Oh my God. Oh, I had to mute y'all because it was muted. Sorry. I had to mute y'all.
Try again.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
What up?
Y'all, we are back for the last collision of 2023.
That's right.
And this year is a little bit different because we added a new addition to the family with Pablo.
Yeah. Great. That was a good moment of 2020.
That was a good moment. I think
welcoming Pablo to the family.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah. Me and my sideways beanies because I'm not used to wearing these in Florida. I don't know how to do this yet.
It's cold up
Yeah,
here.
I'm frozen. Listen.
Frozen.
Feel like
How
I'm in the
feeling?
You're so used to the tropical weather, even if it's the cold tropical weather.
like I can't get the beanie straight. Like it's just
It'd be
I'm
like
not ready for this. I'm not ready for this life. I'm not ready for this life.
Start getting ready. This is your trial period.
It's not even my trial. I closed on my apartment.
It's your
last week.
retrial.
Love
you
it.
jumping
There you
from
go.
one
I
extreme to the
love
other.
it. Yeah.
What was that?
I said you jumping from one extreme to the other. From the nice weather where the coldest it gets is like 40 degrees, all the way
Exactly.
to negative temperatures.
I would love 40
No,
degrees
legit.
right now.
What? 40 degrees is
brick.
cold.
It's brick. It's 26 right now. So
it's not.
It's brick.
I don't know if it's
Alexa.
What is it
What's
right there?
the weather?
In New York, it's 33 degrees.
I hate her.
33.
That's still cold as fuck.
It's cold.
In and out, with a low of
That's
It's
40.
27. It's 27 where I'm at.
Alexa.
See, that's what I'm saying.
My Alexa is so rude.
I got
You see where I am
right
though?
now.
I'm in the house.
You're in the house?
I'm in the house. It's 27 where I am. I'm in Massachusetts right now. It's cold.
Goodness.
But I'm in the house. And I'm not going nowhere.
It's definitely stay in a house, mother.
Yep.
That's right. I went out yesterday. That's good. That's good. I'm done. I don't need nothing else.
You said you don't need
Okay,
nothing
y'all.
else.
So we're going to switch things up a little bit. Being that we didn't have our Thirsty Thursday yesterday, you didn't have your fan club on Wednesday. We're combining everything together. So in true Thirsty fashion, we're going to say what we're drinking. And Christina and P, you guys would be very, very proud of me because I finally got me a bottle of wine.
Oh
yeah!
Yeah.
I am drinking.
A damn time.
Let's see. That glass is beautiful.
I love
this glass actually was my Christmas gift from Queen P.R. and Letty.
Oh my God, that looks so beautiful. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell Letty how nice it looks.
It looks so good. I'm actually gonna decorate it. I have to do a Krista B glass. So I have to decorate.
That would be cute.
I have to decorate it. So maybe next time when y'all see it, it'll be all decorative and whatnot, and they'll have me all over it. And that's that.
What happened?
Nothing. I was trying because another half of me is finally in the building.
Hi, Seindole.
Hey, Bunny.
Ho, 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 bitches. Loving that hoe. I love that hoe.
Love that hoe. All right, so I'm drinking wine. So what we drinking tonight?
I'm drinking
water. Well, first of all, First of all, every single time, as always, right? Let's try this. We hear it.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be out of matcha real quick.
Strictly for the
Peter.
culture. Coffee.
Oh, that's a nice mug.
You hear that? You drink.
Yeah.
Is that a thank you Trish shirt?
You already know. That's my
Oh,
yay for the year.
Point blank and
Love
period.
it. That is the right
blank
thing
and
to
period.
do. You wake
Is
up,
it-
you thank
Is
God.
it really
they
the right
thank
thing
you,
to do,
Trish.
P?
I think you're
You
outnumbered.
wake up, you thank God.
You're
and you
outnumbered
thank
today.
Trish.
That's fine because I can still
Trish-
fight. What does that mean?
You're outnumbered
I'm
on multiple
there.
fronts tonight.
I'm just saying.
Am
that's
I
what-
the
that's
only
how it
person in the
goes.
Santa hat? What the fuck? Is this not a
Oh
holiday
no! Hold on!
party?
Hold on!
So, about my
Hold on!
Santa
I
hat.
got mine. I got mine.
He's like about that.
I don't know where it is.
See,
I don't have one.
Same facts.
where,
See,
where
Pablo-
I'm from, Santa.
Pablo had that, so they get the vibes at least.
No,
but
you see,
everybody
where
else looks
I'm
cute.
from. Where I'm from,
Well, I have
Santa
a-
wears a visor and a Hawaiian shirt. So
There we go.
I have a
I dress right.
Christmas ornament with
That
me.
is
I think that
the most
counts for something.
adorable.
I don't know who sent me this.
I love
but
that.
Greg came up to the
I have
apartment. He
mine.
walked into our
Oh,
house.
that's
And
cute.
he was
Okay.
like, "Oh, look
Scarf.
at you!"
I love
Scarf.
The bonnet and scarf thing
Scarf,
tonight.
scarf and bonnet, baby.
Okay,
It's
y'all.
tight as hell. God damn, this shit
I
tight.
know
that.
because them braids, girl.
Shit tight as hell. Like, let me breathe.
So,
Well, I don't-
well, I'm drinking matcha because we had a long ass day, and I tried to turn off. I had to give everybody the Brandley Cooper "Don't Talk to Me" at 1:30 because your girl was tired. Like, it's
Be like
1:30. My email's off.
You
Don't fucking talk to me.
exist.
We might need some
What?
TWG
Ooh.
custom Christmas edition.
Remy is on point with that.
That
Period.
sounds
I like
good.
that.
I
I
mean,
need that.
That'd be cute.
let me
love
put.
that.
You know what we really need?
I gotta take
A
Justin's
welcome home
job.
Pablo
Yeah,
shirt.
he not here to put it in a note, so
I'm gonna take Justin's job right now. Put it in the notes, merch ideas, and what does it say?
Krista be
It's-
slaying with her
it's to be slang with-
festiveness.
period. Oh, I took it off.
All right, so who's
Period.
drinking what?
Thank
I am
you.
sticking with water because I took some meds and I'm gonna get loopy as is. We don't need to make it worse.
Preach.
I have a Blue Moon because citrus beer is amazing, and
That is
water because it's gonna be a long weekend. Just one little can of beer is
Oh,
all
man.
I'm gonna have tonight.
Okay, that's
yeah,
fair,
I
that's
got my
fair.
water. This is a rejuvenating Thirsty Thursday. Like, I mean, collision because Seindole got her matcha, got her water.
Krista's like, I got wine.
Yeah. I got my fresh.
And
As you
I
should,
know I'm
girl,
supposed
as
to
you
be.
should, girl.
I know I'm supposed to be boycotting, but it don't nobody make good matcha no more, so we just gotta have to swallow.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, my wine
Remind
is
me.
long overdue, but I also have ice. You know, y'all know me. I
Okay.
can't do anything without my
She
ice.
can't go out her eyes.
Remind me to have matcha when I have my apartment warming party, so that way I can make it for you because I make good matcha.
Ooh.
Does that mean road trip?
Road trip, road trip, road trip.
Road trip to Masses. Listen, I already tracked the
Masses and
time. It's
Princess.
only like 2.5 hours. That's it, if that.
That's nothing.
That's
Yeah,
nothing.
like, it's like
That's Amtrak rides.
it's like
to
why
Baltimore.
we have
And
vehicles to get us to and from.
And the station is 5 minutes from the house.
Oh, love that.
Ooh. Can I walk though? It said
No,
a
no.
walkable 5 minutes. All right.
Well, you know what?
They's like,
Wait, no.
nah.
Yeah, it's
Nope.
not. No, it's not like that. This ain't New York. It's not like that. It's not like that.
You gotta ask. You gotta ask.
You gotta ask.
You never
You
know.
do.
Like,
No,
is it
I
a
can come get
walkable
y'all.
5 minutes, or is it a you better hop on some wheels to get there, or no?
No, it's I'll come get y'all from the station. Let me know what time your train gets in.
Got you.
I like
Yeah,
that.
not bad. All right.
Love
But
that.
see me, I'm the type of person I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take a train. I don't want to drive, but then when I'm ready to go, I'm out. I'm gonna need to drive.
Right.
It's me.
Not do either or. We're gonna have plenty of
It
shit.
gives me
It's
an
gonna be
excuse to
great
get a
time.
bomb ass rental.
I'm so happy
So-
for you. That's so
Yes.
exciting.
I love that.
You know, it is gonna
And
be
then
a
sing some X
2024 is
Club
gonna be a
7.
good year.
It is. Let's drink to 2024.
You know it.
Let's
It's
toast
a
to
good year.
Yes.
2024.
Let's
Do it.
That sounds amazing.
It's gonna be a good year.
It really is. It's a thing. It's been
It's gonna be
fucking
the-
4 years since the pandemic. Like, what is life?
Wow. Yeah, we survived.
It's insane. It's insane.
We survived. We've
Listen.
changed. We've grown. We've
We yeeted.
we've done a lot.
I don't know if that adjective.
We heated.
I mean verb.
We yeeted.
We yeeted.
I'm so happy that the yeet is back though. Like
Me too.
Word.
I always was.
I wonder how much they paid the person who had the trademark for it.
but it never
What?
went
I
through.
think
It never
So
went through. His
Yeah,
application
that's
was
the thing.
paused. So all bets
well,
are off once that happens.
Legit. I'm glad it's back though. I kind of like it.
Me too.
I
It's
still
kind of
ordered
crazy
it,
though
so.
that nobody's gonna be able to use it. Like nobody's gonna be able to use it though. Happy pre-Kwanzaa, amen.
Amen.
Thanks.
Yo, shout out to Matt Reichel. It was his birthday this week. He was just
Oh,
on
happy!
stage.
Oh,
birthday.
Capricorn! Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Matt!
Well, no, he said this week. He didn't say today is Capricorn starts Capricorn season, right? He could be a Sag.
Oh, true.
Um,
I hope not. But happy birthday, Matt! I
All
just
our
thought he was
kids
a
been like,
Capricorn, so I
"Ooh."
was hyped.
wait,
I
P,
hope
this is the
not.
first time I'm seeing your new setup too. It looks good.
It is so
Oh,
dope.
Don't
thank
it look
you.
dope?
Thank
It is so
you.
dope. It is so dope.
I really like it was a goal of mine, so I was like, I'm gonna finally fucking do it. So that it was like
You did a really good job. It's
Thank
really
you.
It looks
I'm
cool.
That's great.
inspired. I went in her room and I was like, "Hey, so we got to set up my room now. We got to talk about how we're going to
I
do
would
it."
love to.
We were legit, like logistics, mind you. My car's outside warming up, ready to go, and I'm over here talking logistics about setting up my room.
Oh, then we had a whole gift exchange. It was like a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. It was.
Wait, your car was running?
Yeah, I can start my car from my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Clutch.
Ain't that crazy?
Oh,
I don't know why that
And
blows
we
my
were
mind.
and
I'm
we
like,
were
wow.
still in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was so toasty.
What
We
kind
got
of car you got?
She said that's why it was
car
so
was ready
toasty.
to
for the
go.
toastiness.
What kind of car you
Nah.
got? I need
But
that.
I'm always
2019.
gonna be comfortable in Krista's car. It's gonna be the smoothest ride.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you gotta
For real.
drive that bad boy because she was like, "Oh, you can drive my car," and I drove it from when we went to
Ooh.
Philly all the way up to my house. And I
That's
was
true.
like, and the seats were
That's
warm,
true.
and the music was still going. And I was like, this is not
It's
this you right here with the
It's
warm
nice.
toasty leather.
Everything is
Using there.
and it's
I
crazy
got
because I've never
princess
been in a
treatment.
I've never been in a car where you have
Okay.
cloth seats and the cloth seats are warmed. My seats are cloth; they're not leather.
Yeah.
I
That's
have
the
I didn't even
cloth.
realize that. Yeah.
And then-
It's giving. You got
You never been in
money.
a warm cloth seats car?
That's fancy.
No, I've never had. I never
Together.
been in a car with like we had seat warmers on cloth seats. It's always been leather.
Mm.
You know, leather
Yeah.
gets super cold. In the
You
winter.
got
I would
money.
refuse.
Super,
I
super
refuse
hot.
to get leather seats for that reason.
Yeah, nah.
You got.
You
got
had me
money.
You had me looking at your car. If my car ever break down, I'm like, you know what? I've been
my old
hiking
car
on these
had warm,
cars.
cloth seats.
I
I need
love
that.
it. And then what I love
This
about
car
my
is
car is that
nice.
my steering wheel gets heated.
Yeah.
That's
My
lit.
steering wheel.
I
And
remember
mirrors
that.
too, right?
Her mirrors
get heated?
defrost.
Yeah. That's. I feel like the
See,
frosting
I don't
on the
know.
newer cars is like standard now. Like the frosting in newer cars is standard.
Yes.
That's the one reason why I'm excited to move. I got to test my car out in cold climates because I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. Just don't.
Yeah.
You gotta get a North car. Wait, what kind of car you have?
I have a 4Runner, a 2024
Oh, so
Runner.
you good on that?
You're good.
man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't know what to do in the winter though.
You warm,
Like,
heat,
I don't
warm
know.
it up.
It
I
keep
got
you
heat
warm and
warmers.
toasted.
See if there's
I'm like, I
a
got heat warmers. What's up?
You either
Every
got
morning.
automatic start or there's an app. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nah, see, I wish I
I'm
had that
see.
because I gotta go out and brave it in the cold in the morning, warm it up. Then
I hated that. Yo, I promise you. Y'all know I hate being cold. Y'all know I hate being cold.
that would be my yikes for 2023. I ain't put one in the thing, but it would be warming up cars.
Yeah, the yikes can be personal. Yeah, the yikes can Here's my yikes. Let's get into the yays and yikes.
Let's do
2023.
it.
And I don't know if this is a yike or a yay for me because I do have some on the list. But y'all done see me cry about 2-3 times already. And I'm the heel. I don't cry. Okay. I'm the heel.
So
I don't cry. But
in her
Wait,
defense,
you gotta list the occasion.
Okay.
yeah,
Why? Yeah,
Yes.
tell us
Okay.
why.
Okay. First time I cried, was when we got these beautiful belts. P, move over because mine's on the couch.
You know what's crazy? When me and Brian were talking about the
I gotta
belts,
move my
we
camera.
were like,
camera.
we thought it was gonna be reversed. We thought that P was gonna cry. I said that P was gonna cry, and you were gonna be
With
mad at everybody for keeping the belts away from you. And it was in complete reverse. Because I look at the video and I'm like, why is Krista crying? She done messed up the whole formula.
Shut up,
I
You didn't place no bets.
I was more shocked than anything, and your
Right.
reaction was so heartwarming. Like it was so genuine, and like, oh my god, that just made. I was like, the happiness, Krista, was amazing.
I think the reason why I cried, it's gonna happen now. Hold on.
Oh, we get a fourth one.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Keep it together, scarf.
I am. I think the reason why I cried is because one, I was talking so much shit. I was talking so much, even in them very last moments, I was talking so much shit about our belts. That's one. Two, thank you, Rakasha. Two, it was like I felt accomplished. Like I felt like the first 5 chapters of those wrestling girls has been accomplished, and now we're about to be on chapter 6, and this about to just be like takeoff. That's 2. And 3, I'm just like, yo, like I'm literally surrounded by love and support and people who was literally like, yo, like it's like everybody who doubted those wrestling girls are just us being wrestling fans and stuff like that. And it was just like, well, I got these belts. Like I proved, that this is like we proved like this is where we need to be at. So I feel like that's where the tears and everything came from. And I'm just like, okay. And then the second time, I don't know what people. I'm okay. The second time I cried was just this past weekend because my lovely better half was another part of my Christmas gift. Got me this beautiful.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So it was this one, and
That's a
then
good
shout out to Vaughn because he gave me this the night of our anniversary, and he drew this himself. So it's just like I got to see, like my wall is kind of like.
I love it.
Cool.
I love
I'm
it.
just trying to figure out where to
Shout
put
out
it.
to Vaughn. He's very generous artist.
Yes, and Pete. I mean, I love them both. I love them both. It's just like
I'm so glad you love it.
Yes, you did, Millie.
Right, I'm not gonna cry no more.
You made a G cry.
Made a G cry twice.
Right.
So I don't know if that's a yay or a yike for me, but it's very much appreciated. I love you all. But just let's not let it happen again, okay? All right. That
the motto of 2023 is never say never. So can't guarantee
Krista
that.
crying.
To
Krista crying.
What's your yikes, Christina?
My yikes for 2023, and this is a personal yikes, and I'm never gonna get tired of talking about this because it absolutely changed the course of this year. Was having to show grown-ass people that artists deserve the right to pay for their fucking bills. My yay is that we won what we, set out to do, and that the strikes eventually, for all intents and purposes, both the WGA and SAG strike were a success. But the yikes is the fact that we had to put up with this from May till honestly December, because everybody thinks that the SAG strike was done when the writer's strike was over, which wasn't the case, and second, when it was announced that they had reached an agreement, not when the contracts were actually ratified, which was the first week of December. So it's been a harrowing year for artists in the TV and in the TV and movies sector, and I am just disappointed that higher ups are so myopic, but happy that we have made some strides. So yay and yikes.
Yeah. Shouts to that. Shout out to your resilience too.
Thank you.
We know it wasn't. We know it couldn't have been easy.
It It was awful. But then, as soon as it got ratified, your girl got booked this past week.
Let's
2
go.
days in a row. So
Let's
we're gonna
cheers
drink
to
to
that.
Let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
I love that.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
A damn time. But I promise that we are gonna get more yays and yikes from all of us throughout here, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Whose
for
turn is it?
sure.
Peas.
Yeah, P.
My yikes. It was a good year. I would say like it was a lot of loss.
Yeah.
Like I'm like Bray Wyatt. Like it's just like unthinkable shit. You know, like what the fuck kind of shit.
Yeah.
This year. And then just I don't know. I think that would be mainly like my yikes of the year.
And
then
Jay Briscoe.
Yeah, Jay Briscoe.
Yeah. Oh,
Very fun.
heart-wrenching.
That was what, February? March?
January.
Was it January?
Yep.
January.
January 10th.
Yep.
Fuck.
Day before P's birthday.
Oh damn.
Shit.
Coming
I just
up.
hate the fact that we all know where we were when Justin
Yes, Millie.
sent the news about, Jay Briscoe. And I was just like, wait a minute, because just last week or so, I was just watching they match.
Yeah, we were just talking about that match.
And y'all know me, I'm still traumatized from that I Quit match between Rock and Mankind. So for me to be sitting here watching that dog collar match, it's just like,
that shit was rough.
First of all, that match was amazing.
Walking in
that match
Yards.
was amazing.
Say it again, Brian.
As I was literally walking in Camden Yards, like crossing the street, and I'm like, what just happened? And I was just sitting at the game like the whole time, like talking to Hugh, like, yo, what the hell? Like, Bray? No, like this gotta be fake.
Right.
Yeah, for Bray Wyatt, my boss Lewis woke me up out my sleep. And usually when he calls me, he usually get cursed out. And I'm like,
you curse
so
out
just
your boss.
like, yeah, I be cursing him out.
I'm sorry, that just caught me off guard.
I'm about to ask the same question. Like, you curse out your
What Beyonce said?
I do. It don't be like a when I'm mad type curse out. It's like I'm off the clock. It's nothing that I need to be doing for you to be calling me at this time of night. But he also knows like I like wrestling, I love Michael Jackson stuff, whatever. So he was just like, what? And I'm like, what do you want? Like, I'm asleep. What do you want? And he's just like, you ain't see they said that Bray Wyatt died. I said, what are you talking about? I'm like, don't make me roll over. And then I hit the group chat and I saw that they said that Bray Wyatt dies. I'm just like,
I do love what they're doing for his family.
With the legacy contract.
Yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, but it was also it was overall like a really good year. It's just, I think the wildest year probably in wrestling. I don't know what y'all think, because so much like has happened. Like, isn't this the year like Vince finally is not a fucking
Vince
owner?
is not a part of WWE.
Like, it still is like too jarring for me. Like, I'm like, this is too much change for me. Like, this is 33 years I've been alive that that was like it's shit that you never thought would happen.
Waking up the next day after WrestleMania, finding out about the deal, and it was like, we come off an epic WrestleMania, Roman retained, throwing the ones up, and then wake up the next day, and it's like, holy shit, what just happened? And then that Raw.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that Raw after Mania, Vince, as Cass said, Vince was like, "Hey, Youngblood, let me put up a couple more shots real quick." And
I was just about to say that. I'm like, you could tell that Raw after Mania was his event show, and that's how Pablo became a part of our crew, because of Pablo's show.
Oh wow!
Well, in that case, thank you, Vince.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Vince, for that bad Raw.
Cheers to Vince getting us Pablo.
That was yes. Cheers to that.
You talk about taking sugar out of naked, you all know the saying.
Yeah. But, I remember just being so mad. I was just so mad. I was like, what? I just watched WrestleMania. This is what I turned my TV on a Monday night for. Like, what? I was like, two totally different shows.
It was
Two
kind of
totally
crazy,
different shows.
actually.
It
I
was
was like, I know I was
insulting.
drinking, but I wasn't
It was
that
like,
drunk.
ooh,
I wasn't drunk now, okay?
No, yeah, I was like, I was drinking. I had me a little beer, but I wasn't that drunk to be like wild,
Word.
wild.
So
And then
bad.
I made
I
an
was over
angry
here.
video.
I was over here so upset. I'm just like, because one thing about P, she out on a Monday. She is not staying for a Monday Night Raw. So, by the time I text her, she go, "Hey, you good? I'm home." I'm like, "Yeah, girl. You know it's still early over here. This not third, whatever." And I texted her. I promise you. I said, "Girl, I should have came home with you."
Oh, you did say that. Because of course I'm like, oh God, what am I missing? But then I got to watch it with Letty and we was like, is this lackluster or we just...
It was
I ain't
so
get home
And
till
bad.
the
then
main
once
event.
I saw all the feedback, I was like, oh yeah.
It was so bad. I'm like,
It was really bad.
They should have did Trisha's turn there.
that would have been better. Then maybe I would have said gracias.
There was so many things that, like, you know, like when you're not supposed to know what's gonna happen, but some things just make really good sense. And I feel like that was one of those things where it's like,
that just didn't make
lay
sense.
up, like just pull the trigger.
It just didn't work out. But we can thank Vince for bringing us Pablo.
Yeah,
It was meant to be.
Right.
Seindole, what are your yikes?
Shout out.
Jeez.
I love that we're getting the yikes out the way so we could just start.
Talk about the
just
games.
I can't wait for that scoreboard.
That's
what I'm excited about.
Scoreboard either, but we gotta.
I know I jumped the shark, but
facts.
those are the only ratings I hold in high regards is Seindole.
Aw, thank you guys.
Period.
So okay, now that reminds me what my yikes was. I went into the new year doubting myself in the essence of what am I here for? Like, what is my purpose? And it's never really happened to me before. But this was fun. Like, I guess when the clock, you could say when the clock struck midnight, it was like, okay, what's going on? Like, what are we doing? What are we here for? And it was like a moment of self-doubt, like my purpose, like what am I meant to do this? Am I meant to do that? Am I good at this? Am I good at that? Am I worth this? Am I worth that? And it was a little dark period for me. Realized that a lot of things, and it sounds so sad to say it, but a lot of things that were happening to people weren't happening for me, and it got to me. Like, I've never really been the person to, like, I'm the type of person like, okay, it'll happen for me, it'll be there for me, like what's meant to be for me will be for me. But for the first time, it was like, wow, like nothing is happening for me. Like it felt like nothing was happening. It felt like much wasn't happening for me. So it was like a little dark cloud over my head. And there were some moments, there was some loss that, and some realization and some epiphanies that had to happen to make me realize that in the yay of things, that was a part of me becoming the new me. Like my new life now that I have now is going to cost me my old life. I hate flying. I hate flying. I hate planes. I hate the hassle to get on the airport. But again, in the spirit of new, I had to get on a plane to Detroit. I had to get on a plane to Chicago. I had to get on a plane to California. So I had to learn that, okay, and it's another yikes. Is like, I had to realize that, you know what, there's some things you're going to have to just do it and go on alone and let go and let God and let faith. So when I started doing that, all the yays in my life started happening. I had a blast in California. I had the best time in Detroit with 2 out of the 6 people I basically call family that aren't blood. I got to embark on one of the worst decisions but best decisions ever made with this young lady right here. I got to have fun and get to know, great people that are just great overall. And that's somebody who shares my enthusiasm for this man returning right here because my shirt finally came. So that's a yay. So that's a yay. Thank you, WWE Shop. Thank you, Fanatic, for finally putting out them pre-orders. And my hoodie comes tomorrow. So with every yike, it's a yay. I realized that
every yike, there's a yay.
Yeah, so I had to realize
right now.
For every literally, I was down on myself. I always say don't count me out, but it was the first time when I counted myself out that I realized, like, wow, this is why I shouldn't count myself out. So
I love
I'm gonna
that.
drink to Seindol's wisdom.
Like
that self-discovery is so real. Like it really is. And it's funny because the loss that was my yikes actually persuaded me to like jump, if that makes sense. Like it was just like life is so fucking short. Like literally, like day to day, you are losing like what are we waiting for? Like just try it. Jump out of your fucking comfort zone. That's when everything kind of comes to you.
And then the one thing that reminded me of it was just like today, I'm trying to do like my last reel of the year. And I'm like, all right, what can I put in there? What can I put in there? And I'm scrolling through my phone and my iCloud. And I'm like, fuck, I had too many fucking memories. Like, what the fuck? Like, how am I going to squeeze this and this and this? And like years before, I had never had that issue. It was always like, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, boom. But then it's like, okay, this happened. But then before that, this happened. Oh, wait, you can't remember this because it's monumental. Oh, you can't remember, you can't not put in this. You can't add it. I mean, it's just like, that's as a creator, it's annoying. Like, I know Pablo and I know all of y'all get it. It's annoying. But like, for the first time, I'm actually excited that it annoys me because that means I'm like, I can look back and be like, I really did that.
But
yeah, good trouble. Yeah.
Good trouble.
Oh, can we toast to that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, we
can. Like one thing I told you I don't like to cry or whatever because I'm the heel. But one thing about me, you preach a good word and I hear the word of God coming through somebody, I'm gonna cry. That right there with every yike there's a yay, and then the yay in me said, Seindole.
I need a tambourine. Like Mimi from Black Wrestling.
I will definitely start praise dancing up in here, okay?
I'm telling you. And it's just like the biggest thing I had to learn was gratitude. Like, y'all don't understand. I'd be like, I'm thankful for y'all. Like, I'm really thankful for you guys because, and I always joke around like the younger me, which I have friends that enjoy wrestling because it was just me. But it's like, now that I'm living it, I'm like, damn, like, now I'm gonna cry because this is what
please.
I never knew I needed it until I had it, and now that I have it, I'm like, I just can't wait to see what much more we can do with it. Like, much more in this life that I could do with it. So if we stop doing this at 40, 60, I don't know, we might be at WrestleMania in the parking in the handicap. I don't know. We can
be like Bill
no matter
Apter.
whatever this journey.
We like, oh my god, love Bill Apter. Oh my god, me and him at SummerSlam was like the best. He was such a no, Bill Apter.
He was
he was the sweetest.
Yeah,
I do have a yay, and it's piggybacking off of Seindole because y'all know how I don't like to leave my house. And the fact that
that part,
the fact that we've been making it purposeful to collectively like nourish our friendship for the four of us girls that are in.
Shout out to Jermaine in the chat.
Yes. Like I felt so like that picture that I posted of the four of us at y'all's Christmas party, P. Like I meant it. Like I know that it was very just like I love y'all, but it meant so much to me because this sisterhood is something I have been genuinely like this family that we have, but the fact that I have you guys so close and yep. And
we really are a family.
I love you guys, and I've been feeling it truly this year, and I'm just so thankful for you guys. So you guys are my yay.
Yay! You know what's cool is
watch the hearts. I love it. I don't know how to take it off. I don't know how to do it, so we're just gonna keep going.
We've been through this.
Okay, it's all love. You know what I appreciate too, because it's like wrestling brought us together, but it's also like the afterthought in our like friendships. You know what I mean? Where it's like wrestling is like something that we do together, we love together, but it's like it's so much more than that. But then also it's like life-changing moments we experienced together. Like seeing Seindole walk into like the press box in Detroit and her just being like, oh my God, like I can't believe I'm here, and just living her best life.
Where, because like even before that trip, and I was telling Brian and P this, even before that trip, people were like, are you really doing this? Are you really going? Are you really being brought in by WWE? I had to show the fucking email header. So where my boss was like, holy shit, like you really leaving me on a Friday to go do that? I was like, yeah. So whether you approve this or not, I'm gone. Like my flight is at 12. I'm out of here, dude. And then come back on Monday and he was like, I watched that thing on YouTube and I saw you back there. But, you know, that other guy asked a stupid question, but I thought you guys did a really good job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, because you had to watch me on TV to believe me. Now watch me do it again.
Okay. we Peting over here. P and I already, what are we, a 2-peat?
Yeah.
2-peat? Survivor Series back to back?
Yeah. Mania back to back.
Come on, Mania back to back. Like, come on, what we doing?
I gotta join that club. I gotta join that.
It's lit in Philly.
It's lit. All right, so we got the final member of the group coming up right now.
The secretary.
Hey! Boxes are rolling tonight.
Hello, guys. Hello,
I like this. I like this setup, though.
Yes,
it's like
I like it too. I feel wheels turning. I don't know why. Hey, y'all
because
know me
we still haven't heard Brian.
I don't stop thinking. Like it's bad. So I'm gonna have to flood the group chat where none of y'all gonna answer anyway. But whatever.
I tried today. I be trying to send posts.
I'm in pain.
I'm in a group chat with the wrong people because the fact
but you
that
could
y'all
put some respect on my
icons
name,
and like
Pablo
messages in the hundreds.
You could put some respect on my name. I'll be replying every time you say something. I'll be the first one too. I'll be like, you know what? I think this.
Pablo's been keeping up.
Everybody else though, no.
See, I selective reply because anytime I reply or post stuff in there, Krista's always driving, and then I get yelled at like, Justin, why would you do this while I'm driving? Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know like you're driving? Is this am I like telepathy or some shit? Like, what the fuck? So it's like, you know what? I'm just not saying shit.
Unless she shares her location with you, and you
I do. I'm gonna share my location with everybody. Like we all just need to share our locations and make sure everybody's safe, especially when we taking these impromptu ass trips.
That's true.
So we just all share our location with each other. But you could I just mentioned that, Justin. I was like, yeah, you texted us about Jay Briscoe, and I was like, literally, I hate driving behind trucks, near trucks. Like,
oh God,
you can ask P and Seindole. Like every time, and Christine, every time a truck was near me on a highway or a street, the way I'm speeding around them,
we are not doing that.
Like it was like fear. I was like,
it was like you would have called me Dom Toretto because I'm not playing when it comes to trucks.
Thanks a lot.
That thing was horrible.
That's Brian Breaker.
And Brian, not Brian, Justin, you sent that to the message, and I have a mount in the car, and I'm looking at the mount while I'm driving. It was a truck. I couldn't. And then the eerie thing about it is,
Final Destination 2.
Right, and then the eerie thing about it is his was a car accident, and I'm like, nope. Justin, you got to send warnings because that was the second time you sent something, and we were like, I was driving, and I don't know what the first one was, but I'm like, bro.
So what she's saying is, since you cannot read her mind or her location, you're gonna put trigger warning, Krista. If you're driving, ignore, and then you proceed.
I like
because
just put that in the notes.
I hate 18 wheel. Me too.
We all do.
Yes, Millie, you're right. My mom, bless, I love her. We love my mom before I was even born. So thank all the gods from wherever you want to thank that I am here, because one time my mom was driving her car and my newborn cousin, who's 3 years older than me, was sitting right before, like right in the 80s, right? This fucking baby was sitting by himself on the passenger seat, right? No, baby. This is Panama. The 80s in Panama was like the 60s anywhere else. So this baby's sitting right there, and my mom is right next to an 18-wheeler, and that shit locks off. And that thing is coming off. My mom barely has time to unbuckle her seatbelt, jump over, grab my nephew, and get off the car on his side, and that shit fell on her car.
Oh my God.
Like,
Jesus
my mom
Christ.
hates 18-wheelers.
She's probably like, no.
No,
That's
never
crazy.
ever. It's insane. So like, I get it. Can you imagine? No, thank you.
No,
thank you.
No,
Let's
thank you.
change
Don't
the
want to.
subject. I'm sorry.
Do not want to imagine that. But we're talking yays and yikes, everybody. So please put in the comments what are some of your yays and your yikes of 2023 in wrestling, or it could be something personal. I think we were on Pablo with the yikes, and then we're gonna get to Justin before we get to our yays.
Okay, my yikes for 2023. I don't know. I walked into 2023 pretty defeated. Like, I had a pretty horrible December 2022. And it's funny because, like, the amount of people that I left in 2022 is the same amount of people here. So it's, like, weird to, like, sit here and count the boxes and be like, these are the same amount of friends that I, like, stopped being friends with last year.
This is the only time I'll be anybody's replacement. Just saying.
It's not even a replacement. I don't look at it as a replacement. I look at it as, I leveled up. And especially me being arguably the youngest. I think I am the youngest one here too. It's just like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be at, because I knew, like, I've always facts. Because growing up, I think I told y'all, the age gaps between me and my siblings are like 10 years or whatever. So I've just always been around older people. So then it's like the people I also left were also like my age or younger. So it's just like, I'm not supposed to be friends with y'all. I'm not supposed to be, like, I'm supposed to be hanging out with people who like just are mentally on the same wavelength as me and stuff. So coming into this year, I knew I wanted to do a lot more.
Hi, Dad. Love you.
I knew I wanted to get more into wrestling stuff, but I was like, I just don't know if people will like that from me. Like, y'all are so used to music. Like, I think people will say I'm weird if I start talking about wrestling. I don't know. And then lo and behold, the first wrestling video I post, y'all hit me up to like come on the show. And I was like, what?
Wow.
I was like, dude, I was just rambling about Mania. Like, I'm like, I didn't think anything would come from that. So to go into it thinking that people are going to hate this video, to that video going viral, to me, like, now finding a whole new family in wrestling is just like, like Seindole said, yay turned into a yay. Like, every yike is a yay. So the yike of the ending of 2022, which was horrible, ended up becoming like one of the biggest yays for me in 2023. That's non-wrestling related. So like, I just appreciate y'all. I say this all the time. I appreciate y'all for bringing me into the fold, letting me be part of the family. And now I get to move up here and like meet y'all in person and hang out and all this stuff. And like,
I know.
I'm so excited. Like, so I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And like, I'm just excited for what 2024 has for every single one of us.
Yeah. In my heart. Hold on, my heart's to show up.
We're gonna drink
your
to
heart
that.
said, your heart said not for Pablo.
Right. Not for Pablo.
I am so proud of y'all and all of y'all rebirths collectively.
This was definitely that.
I feel like a different person this year.
I'm still in my rebirthing process. Like, I am. Y'all know how I feel about God.
Phoenix up, baby.
Yeah.
And
I feel like,
I've been doing this challenge every day, like this Bible challenge every day. So I'm reading the book of Luke, and let me tell you about that book of Luke and how y'all not going to be playing with Jesus. Just saying. So I'm in the midst of all of that. I'm learning what it's like to have peace within my chaos. I'm learning what it's like to be more present in things, be more demanding without being a bitch in things, taking more charge of certain situations, especially when it comes to like those wrestling girls and unapologetically eclectic, and just knowing who I am. I feel like I'm literally a snake shedding old skin to prepare myself for new skin, shinier skin. So I'm still in my rebirthing season, but we aren't here. So Justin, you're gonna close us out with our yikes. Thank you.
So am I doing both or just yikes?
Just yikes.
All right. So yikes for me is the shenanigans of AEW. Now, let me make this very clear. I want AEW to succeed. Not only do we need an alternative to WWE, AEW pushes WWE to stay on their P's and Q's. So they don't get lazy, so they don't get lax, so they don't get very arrogant in their booking and their decision making, which is something that Vince was doing like in the early stages of like 2018, 2019, even 2020 when AEW was formed, when we first got Dynamite and all that stuff. Like AEW put WWE in check to be like, yo, handle your business and make sure your shows are solid. Otherwise, not only are we going to beat you in the ratings, we will take your talent and do better with that talent. But this year, I feel like AEW took a step back because as good as the product was in ring, there was too much shenanigans outside the ring. Like Revolution was a fantastic pay-per-view, but we leave that pay-per-view talking about MJF throwing a fucking drink on a little black child, and then we find out that's liquor. You know, we have what was it?
Wait, it wasn't water, it was liquor?
It was tequila.
It was
tequila.
It was tequila.
Which is why everyone was on social media going apeshit because like it's bad enough you threw a drink. Now all of a sudden we find out it was actually liquor, which made it worse. Then you have, I think it was Double or Nothing. We have Anarchy in the Arena, a great ass match, a solid pay-per-view. But then you have the guy who's playing in the band with blackface. And that's all we're talking about is why the fuck would you let him go on camera looking like blackface?
And then continue to play the song.
And then,
right.
Well, playing the song is one thing, but it's like, bro.
It played the song while the match was going on. And what's name had to drop kick him in order
it's like,
the music
but it's like, bro, you're out here in fucking blackface. That's all we talked about. We didn't care about the match or the rest of the match. We were talking about why is he out here in blackface. Then you go to All In. You know, you're selling out Wembley, your biggest fucking show to date. You actually are packing out a stadium. What are we talking about? CM Punk and Jack Perry. This brawl that all of a sudden Tony Khan was too scared behind the scenes, which led to Punk's firing, and we still have yet to see Jack Perry on TV. It's like every single time they want to do something forward, it's like two steps forward, 4 steps back this year. Where it's like, I want to get behind you, but then you do some fuck shit that's like, see, this is why I don't watch consistently. It's either you're bad booking because Tony Khan has made it very clear he does not care about women's wrestling. If it wasn't for the female demographic and losing those fans, he wouldn't book women's wrestling, period. And it shows in their booking. It shows in how he treats them. There's a reason why they're always cutting promos backstage, not in ring. That's why they always put in certain spots. That's why, to this date, they have yet to even main event any of their pay-per-views. I can't even tell you the last time they've had a really headline feud.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to justify anything. I can't.
Okay,
this is why I'm hiding.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking
you're right over there.
I'm hiding. I'm hiding.
They definitely plateau. AEW definitely plateau for like.
And it's like, bro, like when we hold Tony Khan's feet to the fire, he's ducking the fucking questions like it's like the Matrix and stuff like that. So it's like, bro, you are the face of the franchise. We're trying to hold you accountable, just like we hold WWE accountable. But every time we ask this question, either you're dodging these questions or you're not letting people like us in those back rooms, in those pressers, to ask those questions. Period. It's like, get your house in order at the end of the day.
Real quick.
Wait, 1 minute. I need to take a page. Being that we're colliding all shows, I need to take a page out.
And then she freezes.
Okay.
So we will be watching as a family.
Restart.
Okay.
Because you froze, baby.
Jeez, I hate Optimum. Okay. Anyway. It is
Not
Friday.
if they want to sponsor the show.
Listen, sponsor me getting better internet. It is Friday.
No, can we be sponsored by Xfinity? Because, 5G.
Because Verizon ain't doing too good for me either.
Lord, shut up, Seindole. It is Friday, and we're gonna take a page out of Fan Club's book since we're all colliding, and we're gonna watch SmackDown as a family.
Oh man, because Carmelo Hayes is in the champion. Hold on, I gotta get me remotes.
Oh, we gotta cheer for Carmelo.
Wait, did we hear a yike out of Brian?
Yes.
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Okay. 2020 was just all rainbow sunshine for Brian. Huh?
No, I mean.
Well, just go ahead, continue your yikes, because I didn't want to cut you off because you was reading.
No, I basically finished with that mission statement. Tony Khan, get your fucking house in order.
But okay, the only yike for me in that company is that no one wants to admit that it's not the AEW that was started by the Bucks and Cody. It's not. I hate for y'all. I hate to burst y'all bubbles. I hate to burst y'all bubble, but bubbles burst. It's not. It's not what it used to be when it started, and that's fine because most companies have to progress in order to lose their way, but it's not what it was when it started. And the sooner that people realize that, the better they can drink their Pepsi at night. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna get my remote. I'll be right
Too
back.
many wrestlers. There's too many wrestlers. Like it's just impossible.
Also, be nicer to people.
Right.
Also, the fact that the whole situation happened with a journalist and the fans thought it was appropriate to harass said journalist never sat right with me. So I have officially put media scrims from AEW in a box and they will stay there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No more questions.
No more questions. Shall we get into some yays of wrestling this year?
Yays. Okay. Who wants to go first? I think I went first for the yikes. So do you want to keep the same order?
Jump in, girl.
Whichever.
All right. So I have a few yays. One, we're gonna talk about yay to AJ Styles coming back and getting that baby Triple H looking package because baby.
He fucking
that 2002 after hamstring look.
Yes, because it's like, sir, we glad that
tore
you
that
got rid
quad.
of us.
I like him in
That
all
was
black.
That man came back looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
What kind of diet he on?
That man was
Him and Randy. I need them to get on Sheamus's Warrior channel and drop that workout routine. Cause hell,
no, because all it'll be
AJ's
is them
done
sitting
one
on some
before,
paper
but
and shooting
AJ wasn't like 15 pounds extra like he is now. So it's like, yeah, Sheamus, get him back on and be like, bro, what is he eating? Although AJ would probably like meat.
Mind you, this man is 46. He's 46, looking like that.
That's crazy.
You really want to see an episode of? You want to see an episode of the Warrior workout where AJ is just sitting on some white paper and shooting some of his ass for real? That's what you want to see? Because that's all that is.
Oh, the roid.
That man is on some juice. Not like he probably ain't on,
Little enhancement.
Yeah, you know. If you watch Maven's channel,
A little
he
bit.
definitely said how to beat that. So I'm not gonna. That man probably not taking no H.
Oh
H
yeah. First of all, Maven becoming everyone's favorite wrestling YouTuber was not on my cards.
Yeah,
the minute he started dropping bombs,
yeah, I need to figure out who's going to CEO.
He basically said that what everything Punk said in his case was correct. Just because doctors they be like it's gum, like he basically confirmed that. And then he went on to rate some shit like his match against CM Punk. I was like, what is he doing?
I'm just saying, I don't think there's a problem with it because it's
me neither.
It's
I hope he never stops. I hope it gets him back to WWE.
I want you to be juiced to the gods.
So I actually have a few yays, and it's crazy because the ones that I put on the sheet that we did, it was me being able to be in another Survivor Series press conference for the second year in a row. Although me and Seindole was at our wits' end, we're getting to Chicago. But another yay is the fact
never
that
flying American Airlines again because of that situation.
No, it was Delta who fucked us over. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No,
but
oh no, I'm flying Delta. I'm sorry.
Another yay was the fact that I was able to talk shit with LA Knight.
Yeah, he's on my screen right now.
Cool. Yeah, he's on my. That's how I remember. Like we were at the hotel, and I wanted to take a picture, and LA Knight was being his funny usual self or whatever. I said, all right, cool. I got one of the biggest podcasts in the world. I'm gonna talk shit. He goes, all right, and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna talk shit too. I said, well, we're gonna be two shit talking motherfuckers then. And then we took our picture. And I was in that moment. I was like, nah, LA Knight is my guy. LA Knight is my guy. So
out to him to getting keys to the city.
I'm sorry.
No.
What? Yeah,
he got keys.
Yeah. What a huge rise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy.
And there's only like 10 people that live in Hagerstown, but still.
I mean, you look at all these past pictures of LA Knight, and you never notice that he's in these pictures. Like you never notice that he was in these scenes and in these little vignettes and stuff. And you go back, and you be like, that was him. Like, oh my, he was in NXT. Oh, he was in this and the third.
Is
him.
he
I love
the
the
biggest rising star of 2023?
Yeah. I love the fact
Yeah.
that he chokes his
Yeah,
target.
but I got a hot
Tims.
take about him.
Debatable.
Nigga said
Oh.
target Tims.
Yeah, I love the fact that because them ain't
I
real Tims. You're not doing
can't.
that.
They're
You're
not.
doing that.
They're.
We're
What
Noah
did
at.
Noah call? I was to say, what
They're
did Noah
lugs.
call them? They're lugs. That's
They're
what
lugs.
it is.
Oh man,
Oh,
I
the
missed
cat
Manny's
boots?
entrance.
Oh my god. Man.
What's happening?
I'm sorry.
Krista,
Another yay.
my
Randy
ears.
coming
Another
back in
yay.
Survivor
Hi.
Series.
I
Main
have
event.
fears.
Hi, Daddy.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, I need. Okay, that shirt. I'm gonna have to cop that.
Right.
That shirt is fire.
Oh, I have another yay that's not wrestling related. So y'all know how much I love Michael Jackson. And thanks to Lewis, who's my boss, who I tend to curse out every now and again. I love him. He's also a Michael Jackson fan. And I ordered my very first Michael Jackson Funko.
Yay!
At the 1984 Grammys.
We love it.
That,
Blue
that's
jacket
a,
on.
oh, stop. Oh my god. Oh,
And then I
the gold. Oh my god.
And then Funko's actually
Fire.
going to put his Super Bowl performance Funko out. So they're gonna notify me when that comes out.
Love it.
Ooh.
I love it.
So now,
That
P,
sounds
when you
fire.
come over, we gotta rearrange my room because I got
Oh, I
so many
can't
Funkos
wait.
now.
I want to see all your
Me
Funkos.
too, it's
I have me
crazy.
too.
I'm glad I
Actually,
finally
you need
have
to
a
come
space
over
for
here
them.
too, because I have a whole ass room that is supposed to be my studio, which I never use because the TV's out here. But I have so many different Funkos. Like, please come and help me out.
Oh, I would
because
love to.
I want to
You should
show
walk.
y'all my nerdy Funkos.
Yes.
And speaking of which, Brian Hollywood Waters, explain that Funko situation.
Justin got one too. You ain't see Justin's?
Oh
show
no!
me
I
it.
want to see.
I have not seen
I'm gonna send you the
Justin's.
link.
I tried to, but
Yes, please.
I tried to, but when I saw the link that Justin put, I was like, I gotta sign into Microsoft's Office. I'm like, my Microsoft Office is attached to my damn work email. I don't even know, and I'm over here making Funkos for me.
Mine came out dope. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I want to see
That look
it.
good.
I didn't do that yet.
BRB.
So man, I want to see it.
I do want to see it. I know a yay for me would be, this is the first year that I went to all the big four back to back. So I went to my first Rumble this year, which is my favorite pay-per-view, and it was so much fun, even though San Antonio is such a lame-ass city. That is so
oh my goodness, that is so cute.
Oh my god.
I love that.
The glasses is so spot
cute.
on, yo.
Shout out to Mimi because she made this for me when we went to California.
So
she made this for me.
So cute.
What do you see? Y'all know me. My white pants are a signature.
Yes, they are. You do wear those.
So yes, I actually have
Not your signature.
Actually have my own Funko.
Oh,
I
love
that.
It's adorable.
Now y'all need to get TWG
So
set.
the original plan was for us to go, like Mimi and I, to go to the Funko store together so I can surprise P with her own Funko Pop.
Right.
But then when she was with Black Wrestling, so they was like, oh, they get up early. I'm on vacation. I might get up early. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We did have that conversation. I forgot. And she made me one because it would have been too late to go there and then go to the store. So P, we gonna have our own.
I love it. No, yours is adorable. But yeah, this was a good year for that. Going into the first consecutive Big Four, Mania, and then SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series. So I'm hoping for a repeat next year.
You did all four, right?
Mm-hmm. That's my yay. That's my yay of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Justin,
is so
what you drinking?
cute.
Yes.
I am drinking Gatorade Zero. I'm rehydrating because we were at the gym earlier putting in that work.
We are all being good.
I got back with my gym shit too. Can we toast to the gym rats in the building?
Because I have
it has
I've
given
been
me
working
life.
out too.
Yeah, let's get it.
I'm 1 week into hip cardio, and we finally see the line back. So I was like, all right, we can keep going.
Are y'all watching SmackDown?
Yeah, I'm watching. I just said I love that.
Oh, okay. I love this.
They on the tank.
My
They are too cute.
girl! Look at him! Yeah.
Shout out to Bianca
Yo,
Belair,
Bianca is
always
really that
being
bitch.
herself. Okay,
Shout out to
really
Mia
that bitch.
Yim. Damn
I'm so
right.
proud of Mia Yim. I think 2024 she gonna make an impact.
absolutely.
Yeah,
All right, that
was
little
gonna-
girl was.
she won the title.
She was
Praying.
having a good
Ooh,
time.
She needs to.
I'm here
It's
for
Praying.
long
that. I'm here
overdue.
for that.
It is
Praying
long
in
her
overdue.
and Zelina could be
2024.
tag champs.
For
Agreed.
what, Pablo?
Praying her husband makes a return to WWE in 2024.
Who? Zelina?
Oh no,
No, both.
Keith Lee?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Both.
Black.
Yes.
Both their contracts
Because
are up.
so both their contracts are up, and y'all forgot Malachi Black is a Triple H guy, so
So
As
is
long
Keith-
as if we're bringing back Keith Lee, do not bring him back as Bearcat. Throw away
please,
the fucking
no,
name
no,
Bearcat
please.
forever.
Yeah.
that was a Vince thing. That was a Vince
That was a
thing.
big thing.
That's their memory.
Why
That was
That's
a
why
Vince
I gotta
thing.
make sure. I gotta make sure. Like Trips, don't do it.
Just as like there are restrictions to this, okay?
Y'all
So
win. I
Dominic
think his
and
name was
Rhea
done.
was in Perth, Australia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was this something supposed to happen in Australia, or that's not yet?
That's not yet.
February.
Elimination
Elimination
Chamber.
Chamber.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber.
Okay, because I'm just like, I feel like there was a pay-per-view coming up, but I needed to make sure it wasn't. All right. Thanks for letting me know, guys.
Yeah,
who's next on
February
the
or
eight?
March that it goes down. I forget
February.
the specific date. There you go.
Wait, so do we not do Extreme Rules anymore?
What?
Like
Do
as
we
a
not
pay
do
per
it?
view.
Yeah, do they
No.
not have Extreme Rules anymore?
That was the horror show. It was in October. They cut it
Oh.
because it was
It
Halloween.
good.
based a little bit.
It hit me after I was watching the Becky Seth versus Baron and Lacey Evans match when Baron hit Becky with a deep six. It came up on Facebook because it was like the caption was Brock Lesnar cashes in on Seth Rollins. Like, Seth Rollins lost that night, his title. So that's where it came up. I'm like, wait, we don't have Extreme Rules anymore.
They move Extreme Rules around. Like it used to be in May, then they moved it to like July, and then when Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, came back, that was October. So they moved that one around, but they keep that. They got rid of TLC though, and like a couple others.
I don't know why they would get
Thankfully.
rid of TLC.
I'm glad they did.
Not me.
Those pay per views.
I'd rather it be a match somewhere on a card that deserves that kind of match instead of like everybody just gonna be in a TLC match.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
like
understand that way.
Same with Hell in
yeah,
a
like
Cell.
I think the consensus was like outside of the TLC matches, like the ladders match or the chairs match were kind of shoehorned, and everyone was kind of like, why are you making this now? Same thing with like Hell in a Cell, where it's like, why is this match now getting a Hell in a Cell? Like where like Hell in a Cell used to be very special. Like if you got a Hell in a Cell match, your feud was like beyond bubbling that y'all need to fucking settle this in the cage. Whereas they were just shoehorning ladder matches and chair matches, and it's like just get us to the TLC match.
Yeah. And I think they're making them gone for so long, so that way when they do bring it back, it feels special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm with it.
P, were you done with your yays? So can we go to Christina?
Yeah, I probably have more later on, but yeah, that's one of my main ones.
Okay, because after we do our yays, we're gonna take a break so Seindole could come back with her scoreboard. So come on, Christina.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll say this another personal one because this year was all the things it was, right? I will say that my yay was having the opportunity to go on vacation with my mom and have that quality time with her because she was actually not feeling too well today, and it makes me realize and appreciate that the people that I love also grow just as I do, and time is a construct, but it happens regardless.
Yes, it does.
Yep. Yeah. And having the opportunity to just spend time with my mom, create memories with her, and do that this year has truly been a great day for me. That and the fact that I have actively been taking steps to take care of my health because I've been having some health scares. So I see things moving towards better, and that is a huge matter of pride for me right now. So yay.
Yay. Cheers to the yay. Cheers to the good health.
Yay! Cheers to that.
Oh, yes. Justin Yamel is coming out.
Yeah,
Damage control.
That's Justin's Yamela.
Yeah, Miller.
No, that's not my yay. That's like, yo, if she's still single, don't put us in the same room. I will shoot my shot.
All right. As long as it is not
as long as it doesn't
have to
Listen,
involve,
WrestleMania weekend, some crazy things be happening.
as long as it doesn't have to involve Benton and Stabler, go ahead, shoot your shot. Brian, what's your yay?
It's the shirt I got on. I'm gonna keep it for time constraint purposes. Trish Stratus return. Everything. It was everything that it should have been, from the good matches of her being a lovable babyface, getting a WrestleMania moment, kind of teasing us. Just with the outfit, if you pay attention, like the outfit she had was definitely heel Trish, and they, not going that route. And then when the heel turn happened, just how she just reminded everybody who she was, and then getting great matches out of it with, her and Becky. At this point, I like seeing Becky have meaningful feuds more so than her walking around with a strap. So I thought that was good. It was like personal. Now I just need my dream match, and I need Mercedes to come back home and give me Mercedes versus Trish Stratus. And I'll be good to go.
I'm gonna agree with you real quick, but shout out to Bianca Belair for having lights in her hair.
You see it, right?
Yes.
Shout out. But yes, I agree with Brian. And to copy off of his note, Trish went in an interview and said she got one more run in 2024.
I've been calling for it. I want to see her where it's going.
Yeah. I flashback at both shows, at both Sound Off and on Fan Club, and I realized we were right about 90% of the things that happened this year. Like Brian breaking the news that Brian Pillman Jr.'s contract was done in AEW, and that he would head down eventually to go down to NXT. And where do we have Brian Pillman Jr. now? And sit like
getting the lesson he deserves. He needed
exotic stunt double.
What type of match are they having right now?
It's like a Christmas. It's a
Christmas match. It's just fun.
Yeah. It's like the brawl. Remember how they used to have like the Christmas, the like brawl on 34th Street and shit?
There you go, Cynthia. Yeah. I know her name is Shotzi, but she looks like Cynthia from the Rugrats. She just pulled out a chair.
So, speaking of predictions, my biggest yay is this guy right here.
Come on, you can't steal my yay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Me and you can share this. My yay is a little bit more different than yours because I went to AEW thinking, all right, it's the only way I'm going to see this guy. So I went to an AEW show in Newark. Then he got fired, and I was a little sad. So it's going to be my yikes. But then I heard the rumblings that he was going to come back. So I spent a one-way ticket to Chicago with Scarf because I had a feeling he was going to come back. And I told everybody because people doubted me, so I have to say this with my eyes to the camera, because people said he wasn't never going to come back. But I said he was going to come back.
I was a naysayer.
He was going to come back for the fans, meaning me, because I'm a fan. So I flew to Chicago, and guess what happened?
But you know what, Seindole, I gotta tell you this. So it's these moments that's happened at the big fours within the family. So in Detroit, if you remember, when me, you, and P was going to get to get like to the concession stand, and Omos music hit, and the first thing we was like, yo, we happy for Noah, because Noah told us the night before, earlier that day, how big of an Omos fan. So we sit in there, and shout out to Chris Van Vliet, because he actually just talked to Kayla Braxton about that moment. And I looked at P and I said, Seindole's here. And the fact that you was in the building made me happy, because of the fact I know how much you've been riding for this dude, and you getting
so much shit this year.
And I was talking to Corey, and one of the things he was saying, he was like, yo, I've been to a lot of moments that was up there, and I was like, and I can just imagine, because we could hear it. So the fact that you was like had the best seat in the house, that's what made me happy.
It did. And then I went to my first NXT show since 2018. And guess who decided to show up? Phil did.
One Bill Phil.
Phil. Not once, not twice, but thrice times. I'm changing my header tomorrow, so y'all gonna see how happy I was. I never will ever do a floor seat ever again. That shit is not worth it. But it was good for the angles and the excitement that surrounded it. So that was my yay.
Not the cookies.
And discovering that I really do love NXT. Like, it really does bring me to a happy place, you know. Then I like seeing who's next, you know. And then it just makes me fall in love with wrestling all over again. I feel like it's 2014 for me. 2013, I should say. So that's my yay. And then I'm gonna let my good friend Pablo go next, because she gonna sit. Phil gonna just sit. Phil's just gonna sit right. He gonna sit right here. That's it. Behind the Christmas balls.
Sick. I mean, yeah, my yay is obviously it's CM Punk. I mean, I've been a CM Punk fan since I saw him and Mojo fight in Ring of Honor in like 04, 03, 04.
Those
so
were good
to see
times.
him come back in 2021 was one thing. And then I don't know. I feel this way. And yes, if you're gonna ask, I've been listening to Jim Cornette's podcast a little too much, but I just feel like low key, given everything that has occurred before, during, and after Phil's tenure at AEW, I just feel like he can be vindicated knowing that even though he's at that company, that company's still experiencing backstage bullshit, and it's not all his fault. And I feel like his issues with WWE were warranted. His issues within AEW warranted, though the way he handled himself might not have been as great. And now he's back to prove that, like, he just doesn't take bullshit, and that's always been his thing. Not that he is like a problem starter, but he just doesn't take bullshit. But I'm happy he gets the chance to prove that finally, and I hope he knows this is it. Like, if you mess up, this is it. But my yay is that he gets another chance to fuck up. If he gets one more time. That is my yay, is that he gets one more time to prove that he is not this asshole that everyone paints him out to be. He's just not everybody's cup of tea. And I think my other yay is realizing that Cody Rhodes was the reason why AEW got to where it was, and seeing that he's now in WWE, and again, that company structure is just not. I don't think it was just it for him. I don't think he appreciated it. It's just like, yeah, maybe it's not the best that Tony is friends with everyone before a boss over everyone type thing. So my yay is just that, AEW's still around, but we see that, like, the problems there were not because of the people that were there. It's because of how the company is actually just run. Like, I like knowing that it's bigger than the people. It's bigger than that. I enjoy knowing that. I'm sorry. I want them to stay around, but I enjoy knowing that.
I have another yay, but we're gonna let Justin close us out with his yay,
and then I'll go after your yay, Krista, because I have. Okay, go on. Go, Justin.
You have another one?
Nice. Jesus Christ.
Oh, then after, I have another one, but I'll be after everybody's done.
No. I'll be after everybody's done, because that's when we have to go to commercials. So after Justin, then you go, and then
Okay, fair. Go
ahead, Justin.
So I use a specific pay-per-view as like a double entendre, because I think my goal this year was to be a better content creator. And we did some great work with the group chat. We did some great work with Turnbuckle Talking to Black Wrestling Family. We did some great work with the True Heel Heat family. I actually got to check off a bucket list item. Like, you guys were in LA living it up for WrestleMania. I got to cover WrestleMania via watch along. Night 1, we did the pre-show. I did all of night 2, from like the pre-show all the way through the matches, and then the post-show, watching you guys and arguing why Roman beating Cody was the right decision, even though everyone hated the fucking finish. But
got over it.
We always hated the finish, but we just was happy to throw our ones up at the end, right, Brian?
I love the finisher.
All right,
I loved it too.
I was okay with it.
It was
just
a good
say
finish.
You wanted to throw your ones up at the end, Brian. Just agree to throwing the ones up, please.
It was a good finish. It was following the Dusty and Rick storyline, and
absolutely.
See,
but for
that's
me,
Pablo, and Pablo say they the youngest. Come on now, what the? Come on, what the heck you doing here?
Dusty
Pablo
and Rick
is wise in age. Let's put it that way.
That's correct.
Right.
We disregard her age. We disregard their age at all costs. All costs.
Yeah,
because
we don't
they say a lot more smarter things than I say.
That's
I be
true.
saying some dumb shit. So I always give them the benefit of the doubt.
Balance it out,
saying
though.
smart
But to
shit.
balance it out, I still like CM Punk. That's the balance. Is that I say smart things, but I still love CM Punk. My bad, Justin. We cut you off.
Justin, go ahead.
I was like, okay, let me fall back real quick. But but for my yay, like I said, double entendre, and specifically, it's Backlash, because not only do we have our first premium live experience in Puerto Rico since what was it, New Year's Revolution? You gotta go way back to when Edge actually cashed in the very first Money in the Bank briefcase on John Cena for the last time Puerto Rico got a pay-per-view. So for me, being Puerto Rican, to see just the love and support that Puerto Rico came out for both nights. You could see it in the crowd for the SmackDown before Backlash, and they were fucking lit and on one during Backlash. Like from start to end. Not only was the Premium Live event like really fucking good, culminating in Damian Priest and Bad Bunny, but at the same time, it's like that crowd, for them to get that was just such a beautiful moment. For Zelina to get her moment in front of her people, even though she didn't win, was a beautiful moment. It warmed my heart. And then on top of that, that was like my jump off point to take another step in the content creating and like jump out of my comfort zone and try something new, which was start my own YouTube channel and start doing like videos and like reviewing pay-per-views and just like, yo, why don't you learn how to do this shit yourself? Like put out your own videos, edit your own videos, come up with your own topics and do your own shit. And like the support that y'all gave me on that is just tremendous. And I'm just so thankful and grateful, but it's like so much growth and so much planning went into that. And then just to see like where we're at now from that point, like I look at Backlash and that's just a special ass point for me. That's my yay.
Drink to that, Justin.
Love that.
Okay.
Calling your name, but okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, this match is going.
I like where this is going. I love me some Fire and East. Oh, I like this. I like that.
The
witches.
My sling not working. Somebody
tell me. Man.
Oh.
Told
All right.
Abbott Fire and Issa Dawn just showed up to jump Kairi Singh and Asuka and basically took them out the match. Yeah. So now it's looking like Damage Control about to lose. Come on, Mia.
I'm here for
Come on, Mia Chin.
Damn right, Mia.
I don't got Mia yet. I got Bailey and Bianca.
Is this another time where they're gonna use the entire women's roster in one night?
Yeah, pretty much. Because Mia about to show them the business.
This is
they just pre-recorded a few weeks ago.
I'm here for Mia. My yay.
Yes, ma'am.
My other yay is
yes,
Mia
ma'am.
Getting the respect that she deserves because I love her so freaking much. And also the love of my life because I adore her, Nia Jax. Yes, coming back to WWE. That shit made me so happy.
You know what? I'm gonna agree. My yay is Nia Jax being known for that new promo instead of saying my whole. That being like,
thank you.
I would.
She redeemed herself from the whole.
She redeemed herself. That one line. Yeah. That one line.
Oh, come on, girl.
I would do it, but it'll help you more than it'll help me. Come on.
I love that. All right.
Yo, what if you remix D12's My Band into My Hole?
Oh God.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh God.
You know what? Say less. Say less. I'm gonna do it.
Don't you know about the name of my hole?
This is her Christmas gift. Damn freaking right.
Love it.
Love it.
Ding, 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 ding.
My bad, Krista. Go ahead. And as soon as I said she froze.
Nope. Not bad.
We going on break?
You're good. You're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm like, nope, not back. All right.
No,
so I have a yay. I'm good?
Yes.
I'm good.
You're good.
Okay. I have a yay. My yay is attending and God's Lord. My yay is attending my first AEW show. And and Jeff Jarrett knowing who I was, thanks to Brian tagging Jeff Jarrett in the story that I wrote about him when I was writing for Wrestling Inc. So Brian, thank you for my yay. This yay is for you, Brian. Thank you for my yay. Thank you for always being my brother.
Aw.
Thank you
Thank you, Brian.
for the love. Now we're going into this yay from those wrestling girls before we get into Seindole scoreboard. So we'll be right back. So we can refill. In 34 seconds, we can refill. What's up, everybody? It's those wrestling girls. Say Krista B with Queen P.R. And we have Miss Shayna Basil with us. How are you feeling today?
Shayna B.
Krista B, Shayna B. That's it.
The Queen of Spades.
Yes, that's it. We're here. Like, now it's three of us. Now you have to watch it for the three of us. But how you feeling today?
I mean, it's crazy. I'll probably like knock out after this because it's been all nitrous burning. But yeah, I mean, it's WrestleMania week.
It's WrestleMania week. Like,
one day that's gonna be me in the press.
Absolutely. Listen.
Yes.
We're definitely Philly is our year. Okay. Philly, Brian, we've experienced plenty of two Wale Manias and plenty of press conferences, and I don't know what time you're gonna say I woke you up this time, but you know, it's been a lot. So Philly's definitely our year. But
y'all not ready for Philly. Your boy has been in the gym hard since October, getting ready for Philly. Not only that, TWG exclusive. This is how hard we've been going for Philly and with our gym and our health. Your boy actually signed up for a fucking 5K in March.
Oh wow!
We are going hard. Yes. We are not playing games in 2024.
Wait, March when? When is it?
Cheers to that.
March 16th.
So cheers to that. We're going to crack open this prime right here.
Saturday, March 16th. So
it's only right to crack open prime when you're talking about Justin.
Yes,
so when you guys are waking up Saturday morning, your boy will be running around in fucking DC.
I'm so proud of you, man.
Okay.
Well, that was good.
I'll be out there, but I have a women's church conference from the 15th to the 17th, and that's kind of like also my birthday weekend. So I'm just like, oh Lord. No, my birthday's on the Saturday the week before. Never mind. No, it's not. But it's in DC, and we're still gonna be cheering for you from wherever we're at. Okay.
Good.
Shout out to Justin. But Miss Seindole, we definitely have to get into your scoreboard because there's been a lot of wrestling that's been going on this year. And Brian said it the best. We don't hold any other scoreboards in high regards, only yours. So please let us know. So we all gave you matches. For those of you who don't know, we all gave Seindole some of our best matches that we thought were the best of 2023, which was all women matches because it was a lot. So we want to see how you rank them. So you can have the floor.
We're going to spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
Because what had happened
we put
was...
on it. Okay.
What had happened was I got a little overwhelmed because I had just realized you guys gave me all these amazing matches. And for the first time in a long time, I had post-traumatic stress disorder from last year getting yelled at from one match being over the other.
Who yelled at you though? Who yelled?
No one. Well, okay, I'm exaggerating. I wasn't yelled at. I was more or less questioned about the criteria
Right, so who
things.
You?
I'm not going to speak into the past. We are in the future.
Because you know that I would. All right.
We're good. I don't pay attention to them. That would be like Vince Russo caring about wrestling. That would be like Vince Russo caring about wrestling again. And we all know that's not happening. But
I had a dream that Vince Russo win it. Just really weird. Never mind. Go ahead, continue.
So how we gonna do this? Is I'm going to call the person from 6. Well, it's gonna be from 5. Whenever P comes on, she just might have to be the bonus match. So ranking from 5 to 1, I'm going to call the person. They're going to say their match, and they are going to explain why this is their favorite match. Because not only is Scoreboard going to fairly return on the first ever edition of Fan Club in the new year, but we will also do a year-round power ranking, which means that yours truly will be documenting every single match, rank from top to bottom, and we'll be creating a list. So next year's list, we will just be talking about those top 5 graded matches. So we're playing. What's that? How do they score the top? How do they score football? College football again? Brian?
5.
Yeah, that.
We're doing that. I think it'll be fun.
I don't want to do that. I can't.
Why? But you got me, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Listen, if she's doing my homework for
The
me,
list-
I'm here to just
The list
You know?
haciendo. Drink it in, man.
So
we're gonna drink to that because you gave yourself some homework, and quite frankly, sounds dope.
You gave yourself
So-
long-term
but it,
homework.
it was
Salute to
sensory
you.
overload. Like it was sensory overload, y'all. Like,
That's fair. And if that
for
works
me
for
to
you,
for me to give a match of a 4 and then to give the next one a 0.5, I'm like, wait, do I do like a 4.999? Like, how does this fucking work?
Wait, time out. Are we going to the holiday show? Because we got CM Punk fighting Dominic.
That's in LA.
See, no, it's in New York.
It's in New York. It's in Madison Square Garden.
It's
I
on a
thought
Tuesday.
he was
I can't
showing
do it.
He's
Wow.
doing both.
Well, I can't go. I'm going to my first ever Kwanzaa crawl. I don't want to be drunk at MSG, but
I'll be in MSG because that ticket was 133rd, and when they found out CM Punk was going, it went to 358. So I'm keeping my seat.
period.
Yep.
I know
And
that's
it's not
right.
in the knee cruncher section. It's in the I can actually extend my leg section. So yeah, we keeping them seats.
Look at you, the check of personality.
Yes. No, it's not check of personality. It's just that I'm
That's
gonna
right.
end my year by seeing CM Punk 4th time.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Shout out to me. So P's
we
mute.
can't
She
hear
can't. Hopefully she can hear me. Basically, there's not really a scoreboard because I have sensory overload. You know how I have anxiety and PTSD from things. I don't want to get questioned for the criteria again. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pick the person whose match from 6 to 1, and you guys are gonna talk about your match. Because I'm gonna give you guys the floor. I talk too much. I feel.
I talk too much.
I'm second. I feel like I talk too much, and
No comment.
and let's be real, without the awesome Brian H. Waters up there who put up with me sending him so many lists throughout the year and putting the scoreboard together, and with P letting me be in the driver's seat, and with you guys giving me your 2 cents, there would be no scoreboard. So it's only fair for me to end the year with you guys talking about the scoreboard. So still my scoreboard though. When it comes back, it's me. Like Dave Meltzer
Got
can
it,
eat
girl.
one.
Got it.
Anyone who thinks they can do a scoreboard, good luck with that. But Krista, you're up first.
What was my match? Oh, Willow versus Mercedes. That was my match,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Let's talk about the criteria of it. It wasn't
What's the
just a Willow versus. It wasn't just a Willow versus Mercedes Monet match. It was a match for a specific title.
Yes. It was a match for a specific title. Willow ended up winning that title. Which, y'all know me, I do not wake up out of my sleep to watch nobody's wrestling. And as much as I love it, I love my sleep even more, okay? However, I knew that I had to set my alarm for 2 a.m. to watch that match. And although one eyed like this, I watched that match, okay? Because there was no way, and I feel like there was no way I was going to miss that match, for one. For two, I feel like we have someone who is as seasoned as Mercedes Monet going against someone who is she's not green, but someone who is as fresher and newer as Willow Nightingale in Japan. I forget what the championship was. It was the New Japan Pro Women's Wrestling title. I believe that's what it was. So
Was it that? Yeah, it was
New
for the. It
Japan
was
Strong.
for the. Yeah,
Strong.
New Japan Strong.
Room is strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
so for us to witness that, I feel like if that was held in a regard to be in WWE, that would have main evented WrestleMania. So that was something that we could not have missed. Brian, don't start with
Brian's face.
Brian, do not start with me.
I'm not talking about you.
You sure?
You feel guilty.
Huh?
It
You said what?
Nah, I'm nothing. I'm watching like one of the greatest wrestlers ever, Kerry Von Erich. So continue.
Oh, you still watching the Von Erich's matches?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
got two screens.
because we're gonna get into Iron Claw too. But however, watching that match and seeing these two women collide, women that you probably would have never, ever thought in life that could have just only been like a fantasy match, come together and put on a show that they did. I'm upset at the fact that it was in Japan, because we know, like, that audience and that crowd, they don't pop, they don't do what an American crowd would do. You understand? Like an overseas crowd is very, very different. If they don't know you, they're not gonna really pop for you, or they got their own rules and their own agendas and whatever. However, they put on the show. If I had to rate that match 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10, it's gonna get 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Willow definitely won. It was upsetting to see that Mercedes had injured her ankle or her leg or whatever, but she even rolled out on that stretcher like a champ, like then upright, like, we gonna go again when I'm healed. The technicality, the agility of these women, the storytelling that these women told, like, they've never really been in the ring with each other. So for it to be maybe that their first time being in the ring with each other, and they told a story, that I feel like no other two women could tell, especially because Willow was already in AEW trying to get that push, and the fact that we all woke up, wiped the crust out of our eyes to watch that match at 2 something in the morning, and we were actually attentive in the group chat. Maybe I need to touch
I remember watching Mercedes' first match back against Kairi Sane, and us being like, "Oh my god!" Like, we woke up in the middle of the night, like, "Oh my god, this is really happening." It felt surreal in a way.
Right. So to see her do it again with Willow,
right? Like,
it's perfection, a chef's kiss for me. Literally one of the best matches of the year. That's why I picked it. And I will rate it. What's 4 out of 5 point? I'll give it a 4.8 out of 5. Just because.
And keep in mind, for those that don't remember that match, they both wrestled twice that night, because that was the semifinals and the finals to crown that new title. So Mercedes and Willow wrestled earlier before they tangled with each other.
Yeah, that's true. So that's definitely a 4.8, because for you to wrestle, and Japan's wrestling is definitely different from American wrestling. Like, the way that the links and the M's that they go to get a fraction of a pop. It's so physical. It's so, like, everything is just like accelerated times 10 in Japan. So for those women to fight twice in one night, and for them to be like defeated with exhaustion, like met with exhaustion and fatigue and body aches, and not being able to really, like, like, once that adrenaline comes down, not being really able to heal in that moment, and for them to go on and put on a match like that, definitely a 4.8 out of 5, only because Mercedes was injured at the end of the night. So that's my match. Oh, that is pressure. Damn, Seindole.
It's because you gotta then, like, explain, like, the criteria.
I was not.
I kind of like it.
Me too. Okay. Let's see.
I should have told for producer notes, everybody needs to try and keep it like under a minute or two, because with the excitement of it. I'm sorry, producer, but like, for the excitement of it all, I know some people are going to be like,
so we all get 30 seconds now?
Here, Liddy. No, that was perfect. She had it under like 3 minutes, so we're going to total. But the excitement, no, it was good. The excitement of it, y'all get what I be feeling every time I be in these matches. So, P, like I said, we're gonna actually go in the order of matches from bottom to top.
Okay.
Ooh, who's next?
So it's P. So P's next.
Okay. So I would say Charlotte versus Rhea because at Mania, because I was one of those people like it didn't have enough build up, it didn't have enough story on TV and blah blah blah. But I think Rhea's reign proves that like sometimes the story is just told in the ring. Like maybe we don't need a promo together every single week or a brawl that gets broken up every single week for this to be something. And then being there live in that match was so good, and it translated on TV just the same as watching it live. And I was like, okay, this is like a really good match. And also Charlotte lost, which was a shocker for like it just felt different. Like it was like this is it. This is Rhea's moment. Rhea needed that. And it was just a 5-star match to me all around. Like I think it was one of the greatest women's matches of the year for sure.
Do you think that from this match versus the match that they had when Rhea was the NXT championship had a big difference, and why do you think so?
Oh, definitely, because I kind of gave up on Rhea during that feud. Like I just hated that
Really?
Charlotte was NXT champion. Like I just feel like they were building Rhea up like this, and then to just lose to Charlotte in such big matches, like I kind of was like, you know, and then the pandemic, you know, the timing of everything. And, you know, obviously she's like surpassed that. So I didn't really look back fondly on that. And then even, you know, the match with Asuka and at the Tampa Mania, like it kind of was like, you know, lukewarm, and it's not anyone's fault. I just was like, oh, are they ever going to get Rhea back to like where she was? And now she's clearly fucking surpassed that. But I really enjoy like her title feuds because it's really like the important matches on the pay-per-views that like really matter, you know, and she can mix it up with the men too. So she's exciting to watch. So I think that's why I like it now. I like that match now because also you see a different Charlotte, you know, Charlotte as the baby face. Like it just had a lot to it. And it was a physical match that told a really good story, like live and on TV.
I like that. I feel like I was actually too like I was in P's like space. Like I was one of those people that was just so yeah, I know how I am with NXT UK. I was really high on Rhea. Like she was one of the trusted ones that I thought if carried into
Blonde hair
WWE.
Rhea.
Yeah, like blonde hair Rhea was like the wave, and then I just did not. I felt like they did her dirty with that because they know that they were doing that to give Charlotte, I guess, a grand slam or whatever. Like the way they did, and it's gonna go into
Becky?
Pablo.
Yes, I feel like
The
they
way
did
they
that,
did-
and I feel like it was unfair. And then now it still makes me feel unfair because I feel like whoever has the NXT championship, whenever they feel like it, they're gonna do the same thing with Bianca. Even though Bianca's our good sis, and I'm be excited as fuck about it. I feel like it's at a disadvantage to the younger talent. But then when I see that every single person they seem to be doing that with now has this really big character development, like Rhea being in the Judgment Day, never on the bingo card at all. Not because we was in Legends and we were like, oh, it's this person. Oh, it's Drew McIntyre, and then she took that hood off and it was her. Shout out to Janelle from Jobber Tears. She was like, you guys would all lose your money if you had bet. She was like,
hell yeah.
And so to see Rhea go from that to where she is today, it makes me happy. So now that win, that moment is like a blur. So
for sure, yeah. I think it was good.
And speaking of Becky, who had Becky? I don't know who's gonna talk about it, but
Becky with
people
the good hair.
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah.
Who had the Becky?
Pablo, you're next.
Hey.
I had such a bold prediction too because I gave you my match before it even happened. Because I told you Billy Starks. I told you Billy Starks and Athena.
That's true.
And I ain't even gonna lie. Watching that match this past weekend because it just happened, I still feel like that was match of the year because of the story alone. So they have been Athena obviously had her run in AEW after that whole incident happened where people said she was hitting too hard, taking advantage of like a local talent. They sent her down to ROH and she was like, I didn't get my big break in WWE. AEW had sent me down to ROH, which was like a shell of itself. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to stay down here and I'm going to just prove to y'all why I am that girl. And so she links up with Billie Starkz, who's 18 at the time. Mind you, if you go back and search up Billie Starkz, she's got a picture of her hugging Bayley. So her and Bayley are tight when she was literally like 12. So they link up, they have this faction with one other person, and it's almost like this master versus student sort of storyline that's coming together. Athena's down there just being the like queen HBIC down there, whipping everybody into shape. And then lo and behold, she started turning on her own people and doing a little too much, kind of like Bayley in Damage Control. And Billie Starkz said, you know what, bitch? I'm 19 now. I can fight you and I can beat your ass. And then they proceed to have this banger ass match at, what was it this weekend? Final Battle? Was it Final Battle?
Yes, this is Final Battle.
And when I tell you, I was not expecting this caliber of a match from, I was expecting it from Athena, but not from a 19-year-old Billie Starkz. No. I mean, to walk up the top rope with somebody on your shoulders and then give a German suplex is nuts.
That's wild.
Catch this girl midair doing a tope suicide dive. That's what I know it as. And then sling her again. Like, they were laying them shots in. It was a stiff match. It was a fun match. And the ending kind of shocked me because I thought the student was going to beat the master, but Athena was like, no, you still got a lot more to learn. And she still won. And I think had Billie Starkz run, it would have been more gratifying. But at the same time, I think Athena needed to keep winning. I think Athena needed to win. And I think they got to fight again and Billie beats her that time. Because I just think the feud's too good. Like, the feud has been a year in the making. It's too good. So I'm mad at the ending, but I'm going to have faith in Athena, because I don't think Tony Khan is booking this at all. No. I don't think he has the skill to book this kind of thing. Athena's running the show over there. But I would have to give the match like a 4.7, 4.8. It was good, but it just was like, I think the ending kind of deflated everybody. So I can admit that. I can admit my defeat in that one.
Now, do you think in the history we have of, you know, these fans becoming wrestlers now, do you think that Billie Starkz has that type of perfect story to let that run and to let that determine where she goes with ROH? And if she doesn't go with ROH, where can it go from there for her?
You know, everyone's touting her as like the next big AEW star, and I just don't see it because AEW doesn't even book women. Like, okay, they got segment 6 and 7 for the 35th week in a row this week. They got segment 6 and 7 with Rio, and who did she fight again? I think it was, I don't even remember. Rio and Saraya. See, look at that. And Toni Storm on commentary. And why did I only care about Toni Storm being on commentary?
That's
fucking fantastic.
That's bad.
She's amazing.
She's great. But the fact that I cared more about her on commentary than the actual match for her title in 2 weeks is horrible. So I think Billie Starkz got to leave AEW. I really think the whole women's division needs to walk out of AEW at this point. Like, Britt, I know you love your man, but he can take care of himself. Come on over to WWE and have a real match.
Are you calling a walkout? What?
I want one because first of all, Nyla Rose just sitting there. Why? For what? Why?
For why?
You got all these people here. Athena down there in ROH saying, "Oh, I want to come back up to AEW." Tony talking about something. I don't know. Maybe we can make that happen. Motherfucker, you booked the show. What you mean?
Talk about it.
Looks like
talk about it, fam. Talk about it.
Week.
What you mean, man? It's just frustrating. So when I see someone as talented as Billie Starkz get a cosign from Yamala, as Justin would say, I just want to see her go to WWE, girl. Like, I think she can wrestle that WWE style. Take Athena with you and kill it.
She wouldn't be the first. She wouldn't be the first baby fumble. Like they like. Well, with Cora Jade, it was her dream to be in WWE. I know Fallon Henley had a little bit of a moment when she was in AEW before she went to developmental. So she wouldn't be the first. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Deanna was there. Like, they fumbled so many amazing talents, and it's been Sunny Kiss is now in TNA. She's eating it up. Had a great match with Trinity. Like, they just fumbling anyone and everyone that should be I'm not saying they need to be 4 horsewomen type, but just really good hands, good people that can work and make a really good women's division. And it just feels like Tony's only going to go to them when they get hot by themselves. Like he's never just going to hook women. And I can't do that. I just can't do that.
Yeah, that sucks. Because like you said, so much talent.
Too much. It's like leaking out of the place.
And then the new championship thing kind of throws a wrench because it's just like, all right, you're not really giving the attention that both your belts need, but you're introducing a new one to a company that you're kind of letting you're kind of letting it run itself now. That's how I felt about Ring of Honor when I first saw it for the first time. You're kind of letting them do everything themselves, like. So, like, it's just, okay, well, we'll see. Like, there's no excitement behind it. It's disappointing, in my opinion.
Exactly. It's just disappointing to know that, you have all these people capable of telling these stories, and they do it when you're not involved, but suddenly when you want to be a boss, then everything goes down the drain.
Yep. So much hope.
Right. Well, I'm going to go next because...
All right.
We're talking about Becky. So I might as well just get
Becky.
About Becky with a good red hair
Rebecca
going against Tiffy Tiff. We're talking
that was good shit.
Becky versus Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship at No Mercy. And boy, the fact that this storyline started.
All right.
Because Tiffy Tiff dropped the wrong name in a promo. Man. Way to milk it. Shawn the Booker. Booker of the Year, Shawn Michaels. Good old HBK decides. Becky responds with a tweet. Says, I've never had the NXT Championship yet. Shows up. But by then, we're not dealing with Daddy's little girl anymore. No, this is an evolved Tiffany Strat. This is the Tiffany Strat who clawed into her way to the NXT Championship and respectfully won after it was vacated by Roxanne Perez. And she showed the world that, listen, I'm not just boobs and blonde hair. I'm here to be the best because I know I'm the best. And I'm going to be the best. So they go in. She wins. She successfully retains against Thea Hale, who I know for a fact needs to be a champion at some point. I'm waiting for that.
I agree.
Because that little one.
Can we?
Go ahead, P. Real quick.
No, because it's another thing that's a yay for this year in NXT.
NXT in itself is a yay.
Yeah, straight across the board.
But like whole thing. Shawn Michaels Booker of the Year.
Yep.
Period.
Yes.
That's
you know what? We're gonna drink to that.
Let's drink to that.
I'm gonna want drinks. I'm chewing this ice.
My water's almost over.
I need some agua. That's my Espanol.
Agreed. Good job, P.
Before you talk about this match, I gotta ask y'all a question. Have y'all noticed that Shawn Michaels has been slowly booking his own career in NXT?
You low key, bro.
No. Hear me out. The match where what's her name passed out in the middle of the ring.
Yep.
Passed out.
Roxanne.
No.
Roxanne passed out.
Listen.
Shawn did that, and where Vince got up. Right. Wait. That Carmelo trick, was that not when he came back in 2002 versus Triple H?
Yep.
Gigi Dolan and JC Jane and
hello. That's when I caught it.
That's when I
caught it.
Yep.
Booker of the Year. I'm waiting for his own Montreal screw drop. Just come on. Just give it to us.
As long as they don't do it a trick, I'm okay with it because I'm tired. Anyway, as long as they don't touch my trick. That's all I'm saying. But back to the girl.
You know how to shoot balls. I am a witness.
Roman was on.
Yeah, Roman was talking to Nick Aldis.
Roman was on, and they just announced that
Nick Aldis just said something to Roman that he didn't like.
Yeah, because it was, I forget the match, but the winner of the match faces Roman at the Royal Rumble for the title. So they just announced a title match for Rumble, but I forget what the fucking match is. Un momento.
Carmelo.
Let's go. It's him.
It's him.
All right.
And Logan Paul has only been interacting with him on social media, so that's a clue. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. He's only been interacting by Carmelo Hayes, so that tells me something. That tells me something here.
Sidebar: Logan Paul has been being admitted to Mount Sinai or Presbyterian Hospital in the past couple of weeks due to headaches and migraines. I've had it on good authority that he's been there a couple of times. So he may be dropping that belt sooner than later. Speaking of Logan
Paul. Oh wow.
The question is now to who?
Wrestling ain't easy.
Speaking of somebody else on the
It's
juice.
not easy, no.
Listen, ever since Rey Mysterio hit him in the head with that microphone, that baby been concussed, okay?
I think he's dehydrated. I think he's dehydrated. Somebody
So
gave him a prime.
All right. So what Nick said was AJ Styles versus LA Knight versus Randy Orton. The winner gets Roman at the Royal Rumble for the title.
Well, we getting Randy versus Roman.
Roman.
Oh, 1000%.
Randy Roman.
But back to what I was saying.
Versus, AJ versus LA Knight. Because LA Knight needs some more seasoning. Also, next year around this time, it's going to be a afterthought.
Because I don't understand why AJ attacked LA Knight. But let Casino go back to your match. We got
so, like I said, Becky ends up winning on an episode of NXT. Yes, don't we all know how I feel about Miranda. Ends up winning on NXT, and Tiff's not done. Like, Tiff's like, I want my belt back, and you gonna give it back to me. And the tit for tat between two of them, what I didn't expect out of Tiffany Strat was a lot of people were coming at her for her promo, but what she lacks in promo a little bit, she makes up for it in talent. That girl can go.
Yeah.
Now, for her now to go with someone who is a former tag team champion, a former Raw Women's Champion, a former SmackDown Women's Champion, a former WWE Champion, for her to go the way she did in that hall out in San Bernardino, California, in an Extreme Rules match that she asked for. Tiff is hot, baby. I'm sorry. They and then they served like Tiff went out there. She looked under the mat. She was looking for her weapon. Becky, Becky came out with a whole goddamn card because Betty gonna play them games. She said, "You're new to this. I'm true to this," and they went to town to the point
Becky
where
from New York. We don't
she from if she was from New York, what borough do you think she'd be from?
Brooklyn,
Staten Island.
No,
don't you ever. They don't get claimed.
But that's
they don't get claimed. Don't do that. I'm from Jersey, and I didn't even know that.
She's from Brooklyn. She's from like the Bensonhurst side of Brooklyn, but they don't like it over there.
Brighton Beach.
Yeah,
but all in all, it was a really good match. It was hard to choose that match between that match and choosing it before choosing the deadline match before I saw it, because that was also very good. But all in all, I like how they were able to turn a mistaken promo into something that can actually cook, and not only cook to give Becky one of the biggest achievements in WWE, but to also highlight what NXT is doing to the point where people were like, yo, I like Tiffany Strat. Like Krista will attest to the fact that we sat there at the Big Four and I was like nervous to say that I would have Tiffany Strat on a Survivor Series team, and all of us were like, oh no, hell no. Like, me too. I will put her on my team ASAP. Like, so shout out to the future. Shout out to NXT. Y'all know I'm obsessed with NXT. A lot of people could not like Tiffany Strat, but one thing you gonna do with Tiffany Strat is you gonna have to either grow to like her or have to respect her, because these NIL kids, baby.
She made me respect her. She made me respect her.
She 100%.
To the fact that they now have 14 new recruits actively going.
I'm waiting on the twins.
Twins would be good.
Her NXT match.
The Cavender twins.
Sis fucking fell and she got back up.
Oh yeah.
Since then, I promise you.
All right.
I want to see the Cavender twins.
All right, we're down to
they
the
already
final.
Signed.
We're down to the final two.
Yeah, what we doing? The scoreboard.
3, because I don't think Christina gave hers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Christina, go ahead. We will be down to the final 2 after that. It's interesting. Go ahead, Boo.
Now that I teed it up for you.
I'm like, shit, did I make it to the top 2? Fuck. No. But yeah, no, mine is the prequel to Krista's. Because because it's when Mercedes first wins the title against Kyrie. And I picked this one mostly, honestly, because I started getting overwhelmed with the amount of talented matches that we had on during 2023. I actually was originally going to pick Rhea versus Selena in Puerto Rico.
Oh my God, I cried that whole night.
That's originally what I was going to pick. But I decided to go with this one because of just from the moment that they got in the ring together and they showed each other, like it gave me chills and a little bit of like the same vibe when we had Sasha versus Bianca at Mania, because the way that Kyrie and Mercedes kind of like acknowledged each other being here after everything that had happened previously in their previous workplace, and just putting like that was a 37-minute long match, and these women would not wait. It was a bit of a slow burn for me at the beginning, but towards the last 10 minutes of the match, that was nonstop. Like, I'm pinning you. No, you're not, bitch. Like, they were not. they were just going and going. And, like, I remember telling Greg, I was like, maybe I should move on. Maybe this shouldn't be the match that I choose. And after saying those words, no more than a minute later, I just kept going, oh! And he just kept making fun of me for that. And to see the respect that, like, just to see that moment, to be able to witness these two colleagues that hold each other in high respect, and Kyrie doing Mercedes the honor of donning the belt on her, like that, it made me feel like it was a good foot forward in this career that she Patricia.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It just felt like it was, like nice, just good foreshadowing for what this title run was going to be for Mercedes. It gave me that vibe, and yeah, that's what I chose it, and I would give it a solid 4.8 out of 5.
Do you think it's a redemption arc from everything that happened with her walkout?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
And then there were two. Do we have a drum roll audio?
I totally forgot what mine was.
Justin, go ahead. Justin, go ahead.
What was mine again?
Really?
You don't remember your favorite match?
Well, oh no, I remember, but then I didn't realize Becky picked the same one. So it's like, how the fuck do I follow this after Christina just nailed all my shit?
Right. Wait, did you just say Becky or Becky?
I pulled yours. I was like,
you said Becky, right? Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, this motherfucker really picked the same goddamn match. So
damn. Okay,
I'm gonna have to pick. I'm gonna have to come up with something. I was like, okay, do I come up with another one on the fly? Like, what the hell do I do?
Well,
Jesus.
Damn. Come here, Tamina. Come here. Uncle Justin is grilling mommy. Come here.
Nah, but for real, like, all right, so mine was really down to two matches. I wanted to put the women over, so I personally chose Mercedes versus Kyrie because not to duplicate what Christina said.
So I did make it to the top two.
Not to duplicate what you said, so I'm going to go in this direction. I picked this because there are no other women's matches this year where the stakes were this high. Not even with Charlotte and Rhea. You got Kairi Sane, who was the inaugural IWGP Women's Champion.
Correct.
The first of that. And then you have her wrestle at Wrestle Kingdom. The first time you've ever had a women's match at Wrestle Kingdom is Kairi Sane in there. She wins. And then all of a sudden, is that Mercedes Moné's music? Yes. Like, you had the fucking crew stay up all night in anticipation to see if Mercedes would pull up to New Japan.
I watched that going to work.
We all
That's
watched
how
that
crazy.
together. That's the one that
Like, and I go to work at 4 a.m.
I watched that live and lost my shit because it's like, bro, because of after everything that happened, the walkout, the WWE statement, we're disappointed in Sasha Banks and Naomi. They're indefinitely suspended. Then you hear the quietly, they've kind of frozen their deals, but Sasha and her team are working behind the scenes to get her out of her deal and shit like that. So her pulling up in New Japan was a big ass deal. Her hitting her new finisher, the Moneymaker, on Kairi was a big deal. And even the haters came out in full force. Look at her, she's already botching her ring. So then you get to this pay-per-view, New Japan Battle in the Valley. The first match and the only match that was announced going into that was Mercedes versus Kairi for that title. They sell the fucking building out in days. Mind you, again, this was the only match announced. You didn't know Okada was going to be on that card. You didn't know the rest of the New Japan slate was going to be on that card. So it's like the girls did that by them damn selves. And then you put them in the semi-main event. Again, another first for New Japan. Not only are you going to have a women's match on this card, you're going to put them in a very prominent position where they basically co-main event this fucking pay-per-view. And you're going to give them the latitude where they can have the match that they never were able to do in WWE because, let's be honest, Vince was never going to let them rock like that. Vince didn't see Kairi like that. And even though Vince saw money in Sasha, there was always a ceiling with Sasha, especially when it came to comparing her to Charlotte or Becky or Ronda or let's call a spade. Vince thought he could replace Sasha with Bianca in a way. So now you got Mercedes who hasn't wrestled in 9 months. So now you got Mercedes.
We're not drinking to that. We're to the truth.
So now you got Mercedes who has not wrestled in 9 months. You got Kairi who's wrestled obviously in Stardom and stuff like that. But now you got them both in a high prominent position where, all eyes are on fucking you. You haven't wrestled in a long time. You want it out of WWE. You wanted to wrestle in Japan. Here you go, Mercedes. And for Kairi, you wanted this belt. You wanted to be champion. You wanted Mercedes, but now you wanted Mercedes outside of WWE. Boom. And now you're in a semi-main event where all eyes are on you. People are ordering this pay-per-view basically your fucking match. And they put on a banger from start to end. Like Christina said, it was completely different from what they would have done in WWE. They went balls to the wall. 1, 2, 3, new champion, and just the pageantry of just like
on the wall.
and then the closing shot of that pay-per-view because Okada wins his match. You have Okada and fucking Mercedes Moné side by side with their title belts, and New Japan making a statement of we are going to push women's matches a little bit more because normally New Japan doesn't do fucking women's matches. They're like, yo, Stardom, that's your shit. We only do the guys, aka the Tony Khan special. It is what it is. But now you see New Japan push more women's matches in the forefront. That's where you see Mercedes defend that title against AZM and Kazumi. You get Mercedes and Julia. You see her around with that IWGP championship belt. Maybe Mercedes pulls back up in New Japan for some unfinished business. Maybe she pulls up in Stardom. Like there's a bunch of ladies in Stardom. It's like, yo, I want to run the fade with a bunch of you. Or we see Mercedes come back home to WWE now that Vince is no longer there. Because Trips really loves Sasha, and Trips has always seen Sasha as like a megastar compared to Vince. So does Sasha, maybe we see her in the Rumble as a surprise entrant. Maybe she wins Rumble. I mean, kind of got some people that need some stuff to do. And,
can I give you my thought process?
We haven't had a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. You just had Charlotte that just had a devastating knee injury. You kind of need like a big star, especially when you're going to go all out for WrestleMania 40. Mercedes Moné's right there.
If Mercedes Moné pop her ass up at WrestleMania fucking 40, after I saw her at WrestleMania, what number was that when we was in Texas? I'm going to lose my shit. Because it's like if she comes back Mercedes Moné, she come back as Sasha Banks.
I don't know how I would even react. I would lose it.
I won't have a voice.
Can I wreak havoc?
And everybody else in this group chat,
I'm not sitting next to you, just so you fucking know. I'm not sitting next to you. I just started lifting. There's no freaking way. I'm sorry. I love you, but no. I don't know. Little people pack strength when they need it. So I ain't with it.
I will
so,
not. I will not be sitting next to you either.
No.
Nope.
Real quick before I let
to
the top dog Brian say his match. Here's my theory take on Mercedes Moné, and this is because I'm the watcher. So Punk supported them the best way he could when they walked out. He went to their Impact shows. He hung out with them. He put it on his social media. So it's not doubting in my mind that with these WBD talks coming and Punk opening the door for that talk and Punk going to the company that he said he would never go back to when hell freezes over, that your boy, if I always said if this don't prove, if Mercedes Moné does not show up by the end of next year, I will take back everything I said regarding the fact that man has changed. Because there's no freaking way that man openly made up with him, with Road Dogg. We don't know anybody. He said he's been hugged and kissed and greeted and asked about his wife. We don't know the caliber of what him coming back has done yet. We won't know the caliber of it until we see Mercedes Moné. Trinity, give her a little bit of time, This is her shine and impact. She can take all the time she wants. But with Mercedes, there's no way that man is not taking his tattooed fingers and talking with motion to try and convince that girl to come back or try to convince Triple H to correct another wrong in everything that went on in the Vince era. I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there. I've said it. It's recorded. It's live. You can play it back. But that's my thought process.
But
we've not been wrong about things on this show. Brian can attest to that.
We have not been wrong. I'm with you. However, according to dirt sheets and even wrestling news, the fact that Mercedes Moné is asking for more money than listen than Charlotte Flair, right? Whatever Charlotte Flair signed in her deal. Now, what I'm saying is it may just happen because Charlotte is out for 9 months.
Hello.
At least.
She's still getting paid, I'm sure.
Hello. She about to get a bus.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's gonna get paid. I don't think she's gonna get paid as much that her contract says because she's not in ring and she's not on television. So whatever that extra money that can be allocated, it probably will go to Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, whoever you want to be tomorrow, today.
Mercedes Banks.
Listen to me, Trips. Listen to me, Trips. Stop playing these games. We know what your father-in-law did. We know you got money. Fuck a bag. Give us the money.
You know what's convinced me? You know what's convinced me that she's coming back? At the presser at Survivor Series, what did Triple H say? If the fans want it, we're going to do whatever we can to get it done. I don't think there's any WWE fan that do not want Sasha Banks back. I know people talk shit and all that stuff. But in the heart of hearts, just like when Punk came back, all the people started flipping. Oh my God, he's back. They're going to do the same thing for her. And now she gets to prove it on the main stage. If you run her and Kyrie back out of WrestleMania, that's crazy. Like, that her and Bailey didn't even have a WrestleMania match. They can remake. They can do this at 2025 and remake that on the 10-year anniversary. They could literally do it at the 10-year anniversary. Remake that 2015 NXT match.
I want to know what
Brian's
talking about.
Brian who? Oh, I thought you was talking about Brian Danielson. I was like, but
I just see Brian over there with his arms folded, like.
I'm thinking, thank you, Trish. Thinking, thank you, Trish versus Mercedes.
I mean, all the thing is, before I get into my point, if the fans really want it, they better do like they did with Punk, and I say we want Sasha chant because that's louder than this. So
that's louder than the internet.
Absolutely, that's so true.
Absolutely,
you gotta say it in the crowd. But yeah, real quick, because I know that the producer of the segment said 1 minute. So let's see if I can do this.
No, I give you 2. You're the Brian.
And
the floor is yours.
My favorite match is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. And the reason is simple. It did what it was supposed to do. It built the story. We kept hearing about Cody finishing the story. Him and Roman did not touch each other until the match. That is old school. That is very classic because we live in a world where we've seen all these matches over and over again because there's so much television time and there's so much house shows. So we didn't get any of that. It was just straight promos. And when it was time to get physical, it got physical, and they haven't touched each other since. Now, the reason why not only did Roman win, go on a historical run, and say what you want, the bloodline, when you look at everything he did afterwards, he stayed relevant. But so did Cody, and that's something that's not easy to do. You look back in the history of people who lost their matches at WrestleMania, their championship matches, they tend to fall by the wayside. The last person that jumps out the mind who wasn't a made star already that didn't jump out is Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels, when he lost at WrestleMania 11, he had a character change, became babyface, and went on the boyhood dream. Cody didn't necessarily have a character change, which is also a testament to him because he's telling his own story. That's why we probably will get the rematch, but in all honesty, he won't be hurt if he loses it again, because if he's going to be like telling his daddy story, it took Dusty a while before he could overcome Harley Race or Ric Flair. So great match.
I think they do third time's the charm again.
Do it in Atlanta. WrestleMania 41 in Atlanta is right there.
So let me ask Brian, the producer, a question. In your expertise, right? Do you think the story, if it's not finished, do you think this is a great story being told for Cody?
Yes, because just like Hulk Hogan in the AWA, where he didn't win the championship, people kept coming out. People will still keep coming out to see Cody, regardless of what. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Like, people can get on these in the group chats and on the internet and inside the YouTube channels. It doesn't matter. The paying audience is going to see Cody. Do you not see him with little children? Those little kids love Cody, and he's building a bigger audience.
He's on every poster for a reason.
Exactly. And people, and that's more heat for Roman. You saw the clip. I think somebody posted in the chat earlier. Roman told the little boy, "I will whoop you."
I'll take off my belt and spank you, boy.
Whoop me. Hey,
right?
Whoop me.
Thank you. Hey, thank you.
So like this feud right here is all time classic. And to be honest with you, that was my favorite Roman Reigns WrestleMania match. That was like, the one with Lesnar, he got hurt. I enjoyed it, but we was there. It was cut short. But this one, because she was on the edge of your seat the whole time, and when Solo got in there, yes, it was like, whoo.
Saved the day.
Yo, we were really out of our seats the entire time. Like, I really wish
that was
maybe we'll do it for 2024.
Heart palpitation.
Like literal live reaction, so that when it comes stuff like this, we can play the clips. Because we're out of our seats.
I could not deal.
I didn't lose any limbs with P and Brian this year. Thank you, God. I got my shoulder and I got my kneecaps, but we were literally out of our seats this year.
Shout out to Keith's hand, who permanently had to deal with me squeezing the fuck out of it after Trick Williams won that deadline challenge. Because me and Nesta, when I tell you, it got to 3 and we jumped out. I was like, wait! I was like, oh fuck! He's in bed, and I'm literally like squeezing somebody, and I realized, oh shit, I'm squeezing. I'm burning my nails.
I feel like that match should have been on somebody's card, but being that we gave the card,
we can do some honor. We could do 2 honorable mentions, and that.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I like Brian. It's like I have a love-hate with Brian's idea of like Roman retains this year and we run back Roman and Cody again next year.
Okay,
so in there's it's a good idea, but there's like 3 straight years of Roman Cody in the main event for that fucking title.
Listen, but here's the thing. So
yeah, no, that's for you.
It hasn't been. Shout out to Keith.
Oh my god! But so here's my thing. I was on the cusp for a long time of disagreeing with Brian. However,
in general, or
no about that. No, not in general. Damn, P. Maybe you are a heel. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
God damn it. Maybe you are the heel, because
God
what the
damn,
heck
talk
was
about
that?
emptying the clip.
Like, but no, about this specific topic. But then I think about what special, like, we have not had a special reign like Romans in a long time. No matter how you want to slice it, dice it, cut it, put it in a sandwich and serve it, we have not had a special reign like this. And the fact that this man could possibly, if he does beat whoever wins the Royal Rumble, whether it be Cody, whether it be LA Knight, like some people want, I don't see it, I don't get it, but whatever. If no matter what or who he beats at WrestleMania, this man will pass Hulk Hogan's reigns, all of them.
Let's cheers to that.
All of that.
I don't care about Hulk Hogan, except for
baptized or not baptized, I'm sorry.
I am a born again Christian man. Fight for the rights of
shout out to Sloan in the
men.
chat.
Oops,
shout out to Sloan in the chat. Shout out to Sloan. We've been waiting for you, brother. But we don't have historic reigns, and that's what my generation doesn't have that. When I hear like the old, like everybody who's older, like my boss, when I hear Brian, when I hear like my uncle who used to watch it, like when I hear them talk about like the Bruno Sammartinos and the Honky Tonk Mans, and they talk about how they at one point thought they were unbeatable specimens. I've not experienced that. Like, not for nothing, the closest I've experienced this was always being excited to see Triple H win, because I love me some Triple H. Like the back-to-back stuff, loved it. Like, only got back-to-back. I never got the long, like Brian gets it more than all of us. We never got somebody who consistently held the. No. I know with Bruno, but you understand, like,
said he old.
I ain't trying to call him old like that, but I'm sorry, you ain't that old, brother. So I'm sorry.
Bruno and Hogan and
like
Morales, and
like he understands the
Bruno 12-year and 8-year reign.
Y'all trying to get me in trouble on this chat. I ain't trying to call nobody fossil, but like I'm saying, he understands. Like, we don't have like this person had it for 3,000 and something days, and Roman is special. Like, Roman is special right now. Gunther is special right now. Like, we don't have any, to the point where we're literally at the edge of our seat with every match, and we're like, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? We don't have that. It's special, and that's what. And people ask me what made me start to acknowledge the tribal chief. Like, this is different.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna add to this point real quick. The difference between like when we had Brock Lesnar, what is that, like 500 plus day reign? It was boring.
Right.
It was like, all right, we're gonna do this, boom, boom, boom. Roman gave us the Ric Flair effect, and that was going in there every match. You was like, wait a minute, this could be the night. You look back at the Jey Uso match. Some of these matches, like, we've been watching wrestling long enough. We're like, ain't no way in the world he's not losing this person. But it was never a squash match. It was always like so close, and then boom, he catch you. And that's the reason why this title reign is set up a certain way. Everybody likes to like complain like, oh, somebody always get involved. No, it's a method to the madness. And then so even when you turn them, because when the moment comes, if and when Roman ever turns babyface again, just like The Rock, he's going to be a bigger babyface than the big dog ever was. And that's the thing right there. And just with the last point, there's still people who have been perfectly positioned to stay away from him, a la AJ Styles, a la Bobby Lashley, even Gunther. You got that show in Berlin. Sam Roberts said it on, like, I saw a clip. You could book both of them having a title for title match, and it'd be the big, because you don't know who will win, because Gunther, he could win in on his home soil, but wait, Roman could take down another one the same way he did Drew. So this is his story.
The fun part about Roman,
that's a booking match for the future. Gunther versus Roman.
I'm with Roman
need
holding
for
the title
sure.
for another year. I'm not with Cody getting a third shot if he loses this one. That's where
Yeah,
I draw the line.
I think this should be it. I think if he
Like
can't,
if Cody
it's
if Cody
fine.
loses this WrestleMania, it's got to be someone else that takes off.
Is that
because
Logan
I'm
Paul?
not there for Cody Roman 3, especially if it's a third
I
straight
agree.
year.
But I can't
That's
like
true.
it. Like at some point, it's fine if the story has to be done that way. I don't like, and God bless Cody Rhodes. I can't see this a third time. I can't see it, even if they put that stuff in the O2 Arena in London or they take over Wimbledon for WrestleMania. I can't process it again because it's gonna be like a third time. Like you want him to be embarrassed again.
Roman and Brock at SummerSlam last year, and they gave it to us, and then it was another classic. It told a different story. That's all that matters.
Oh, I like this. Y'all react to that. I'm gonna be right back because apparently Keith left me a gift.
Tell me what happened.
No, wait. I'm gonna let Krista tell you.
Right
hold on. I'm gonna tell it. Hold on. I'm gonna tell it.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go get a gift. Apparently, that's at my front door.
Ooh,
and he wants me to open it on air.
Ooh,
So I'll be right back.
Don't spoil, because I'm seeing it, but they haven't unmasked.
They didn't have unmasked yet.
Okay, I have to stop.
That makes sense. I love it.
Oh boy!
I love it. That makes sense.
I had to stop.
He reloaded.
I like this.
Once everyone's seen it, tell me what's up.
Because I'll care about
this.
Yeah, I can't see it. My sling out.
Okay, so
Oh,
Santos was fighting Lashley, and it was an interference in the match, and there was these two masked people, and Santos thought it was Logan Paul, just like I did. However, it was Garza and
Umberto.
Yay!
With the dimples.
I love that.
Legado del Fantasma Reloaded.
Can we talk about the dimples, though?
Los primos.
They're so cute.
Los primos. Come
Garza
on,
was
Pretty
everything
Deadly.
they wanted
Get
Andrade
rid of my
to be.
I
butts.
like Pretty Deadly.
I love them. But
them green pants are everything.
Them dimples is like
so cute.
Andrade
NXT UK
coming back to
did
WWE too.
Shut the front. I believe it. I believe it.
His girl is there. Triple H is the only one that knew how to book him. The one thing that he had going for him that whole time, the one thing that he needed was Zelina. They took that away from me. He fell flat on his face. Bring him back and give him whoever, Zelina if you want, and elevate her, and let that man rock. Like that man's disgustingly good at wrestling. Disgustingly good at wrestling. It's crazy.
All right, here we go. She ain't just gonna slide back in here all quiet.
I can't Open it.
He needs to confirm in the chat that he's watching.
Keith, where are you?
Are you watching? Please confirm.
Put your ass in the chat.
P, how do you know it's
Wait, you gotta wait.
Oh my god, you pump faking over there.
I just told him to confirm in the chat.
He's
but
macaroni
while we wait.
Boom, there you go. See, look at that. I hit him with the drum roll.
He's watching.
All right, so
and a one, and a two, and a.
Okay. First of all,
sweet. All right. Get it.
So shout out to Thirsty Thursday on that one.
Period.
With a shirt.
Oh,
yep.
I love a good shirt.
I'm scared. Hold on. Safety first, kids.
The anticipation is breathtaking.
I know, my heart is beating so fast, and it has nothing to do with me.
I got two this ice for I choke on it.
Wait.
You got a double order.
So shout out to. So remember when I said I at the last fan club that I hated the merch table because they didn't have a specific shirt. Wait.
Open the shirt, girl.
He got me the shirt, y'all, that I
Oh,
wanted
wait, let's
from Deadline.
I love that.
So now I got a.
Yes.
So now I got a Tiffany stretch.
Oh,
yeah.
Well done, Keith. Well done, sir.
Well done.
Very well done. Perfect timing.
Well done,
Perfect
Keith.
timing.
Well done.
We love that. Shout out to
I think we did finally make Seindole cry tonight. I think.
Oh,
Look at her trying not to blush down there.
You deserve the world, baby.
You know you blushing, gal.
you do.
You're blushing under the Santa hat.
Lord have mercy.
It wouldn't be a scarf and bonnet thing if neither one of us cries, and we both did it today.
Oh, I love it.
I had to buy a stupid ass hat because they didn't have the shirt.
See, everything happens for
I take that back. HBK, my hat is not stupid. I actually love it.
Now you got to wear the stupid ass hat with the shirt that you wanted. So it's like, this is the thing I didn't want, but this is the thing I wanted. Boom.
I love it. I love it.
Wow,
so this is why my yikes become my yays, because it's like, who would have thought that? Like,
you said that you dropped that gem earlier.
Yeah,
I thought it was nerdy to like wrestling. I know a lot of us like think that way, but like the fact that like somebody actually remembers like that. Oh my god, I'm gonna need a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna
just go take several months. Go. No judgment.
We definitely about to wrap up soon. We're about to wrap up soon, but we have to talk about Iron Claw because it's out today officially.
I know. I'm going to go see it tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
I said I can't wait. I'm going to go see it tomorrow.
Okay. I know everybody has been seeing interviews, and shout out to Ringer Wrestling.
Iron Claw week was lit.
Y'all been on it this week.
Shout out to the Ringer. I'm sorry. Because they actually interviewed Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, Hulk, Chavo Guerrero, and if you haven't seen them interviews, please make sure you go see it. Make sure you go check out Wednesday Worldwide with Brian, with Ben, with Kyle. Make sure you check out Ringer Wrestling with David Shoemaker and Kaz, because those two interviews right there,
very good,
amazing. And P, Brian, and myself, we had the privilege of seeing this movie, and Seindole. We had the privilege of seeing this movie. And when I tell you, and I said this on our schooling sessions last Friday, that it's like watching in real time. Like how I thought that Jennifer Lopez was really Selena. These actors really embodied the characters that they were portraying on.
Great casting on that one.
Great casting. Like 10 out of 10 on the casting, 10 out of 10 on everything. And then Brian, I saw your tweet earlier that you were watching Mike's last match. And we all know, even if you watch Dark Side of the Ring, we all know how that match ended up. So I just want you and P, and I'll give my perspective, and I know if Seindole comes back, she'll give her perspective. What do you want fans to pull from watching this movie? Like, scratch Dark Side of the Ring. But what do you want fans to pull from watching the movie? Those who don't even know the history of the Von Erichs.
Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. The main thing is just one, it's not a documentary. It's it's a film based on a true story. So go into it just and learn about the brotherhood of the Von Erichs, but don't go in there trying to fact check stuff. But I think the main thing is, it's a family movie that incorporates the wrestling side of stuff. But the main thing is to get all those thoughts. YouTube.com/Those Wrestling Girls, and there's a review up there for y'all.
Oh,
it is. Shout out to you, P. You definitely started. Usually, like when we think about ideas and starting new things, we were kind of running by each other, but you kind of took this on your own and did it full force. And I'm so proud of you. So please make sure you watch When Pop Culture Meets Wrestling. It's amazing.
Thank you, baby.
All over our Instagrams and all over our social medias. And P is doing her damn thing up there. So please make sure you check that out.
Thank you.
And I love the review you guys did on Iron Claw, because it's just an amazing thing to watch and to see. And Seindole, we were just talking about how we had the privilege of actually going to see Iron Claw, and how they really embodied the characters that they were playing. Like it didn't seem like
crazy.
It seemed like we was watching it like their lives in real time. Like
Yeah, I
we
didn't
knew
give
it
a
was
single fuck about the
like we knew
the
it
Von
was
Erich.
a hairstyle, but everything else it was just like
So
It makes you care
it's funny
about the
because
Von
I
Erich
saw,
though.
I saw a
true.
tweet to where someone was like, me not knowing anything about wrestling. What did they say? They said, me not knowing anything about the Von Erichs or wrestling to go in and watch that movie to learn so much happened just to hear the real story and realize it was much worse. And then somebody says that, finally puts a spotlight on what it was to really be a part of wrestling and it's not just fake. The people on it are very much real. That shit. Listen, somebody asked me today if I wanted to go see it. I said, absolutely not. It is not a holiday film. It's not a date night film. But it is a film that will make you realize that they weren't the only family to go through things like this. It was just tragic. And I remember Krista even saying she just watched the Bee Gees documentary.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
And it's like a split, it's like
the
a
Bee Gees
splitting
are
image.
the Von Erichs of music.
Yeah.
Like the Von Erichs, like Barry Gibb to date is the only only brother, Gibb brother to be alive. Just like
And he lost his brother, one of his brothers on his birthday.
Yeah. Andy Gibb, who was the youngest, like literally years apart from his older brothers, passed away first. Andy Gibb was born March 5th. He died on March 10th, 5 days after his birthday, at the age of 30 or 31. And then years later, like in 2002 and then 2012, Morris and I can't think of the other brother's name right now, passed away. And they were twins. One had cancer. And I forgot how the other one died, but they were both sick. And one of them actually, because Andy died, stopped doing drugs and drinking, like completely sober when he passed away. But for you to tell your story from a point of view of one brother, and you have to make sure you encapsulate everything that you've gone through to make sure everybody can relate and everybody can empathize with you and have that sympathy for you. It's a hard thing. My heart really goes out to Kevin Von Erich and to Barry Gibb. I couldn't imagine, God forbid, losing my siblings. I can't fathom, especially when you grow up doing everything together. Like the Von Erichs grew up watching, like doing wrestling and everything together. The Gibbs grew up singing and everything together. Like you didn't see one without the other. They even wrote music together. Barbra Streisand, Warwick, Diana Ross. Like the name goes on and on and on. The list goes on and on and on. And for you to just be that solo person now, that is
it's hard. And then Kevin Von Erich has to be one of the strongest people alive, because what I knew from the Dark Side of the Ring, and they were able to perfectly tell that story, and then to know that like he in the movie, he said it, I know he said it in like an interview, he was like, him and his wife's dream was to always just have a family together, like maybe just have a ranch or have a big house. And then to find out that man has all his kids and all his grandkids living on a big ranch in Hawaii, it just warmed my heart. That he didn't have the best story, but he has a happy ending. And to the point that his two sons, I thought that in the movie, I thought the ending was just so adorable. And now you see his two sons wrestling and talking about it, and they actually look up to their dad, and they take care of their dad because they realize like their dad been through a lot and he's a lot of a tale. He's really the strongest person out of all of them. There's a lot to deal with. That is a lot. We talk like mental health wise. Yeah, mental health wise, you have people that, of course, it's a holiday season. It doesn't shy away from the fact that some people can't physically be around their families, and then some people that can't mentally be around their families. So there has to be a balance in it. And wrestling literally gave him a lot, but took so much from him.
I
admire him.
Yeah,
I really admired him.
See this and realize that the a lot of the toxic masculinity that's in there and take a lesson from that. You know what I mean? That's the big thing without ruining the movie. But you know, shout out to Hope McCallany for who became Fritz. Like I've been down this Von Erich
He
rabbit hole
did
for the
so
past
well.
if you look at old Fritz Von Erich interviews, Hope McCallany, and even he said the biggest compliment he got was Kevin Von Erich said they found somebody to play Fritz. And so it's a great movie. I can't wait for it to come out on DVD. I'm probably
It's gonna stream on HBO Max.
He wants the set. He wants the collector's set.
Physical copy.
I was gonna say, like, is that shade or is that dead ass?
Right, I'm like
DVD. Dead ass.
I know he really wants the DVD.
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want, you know,
not throwing shade at all. Like he wants his collector's edition, and I'm
I
like,
got the wrestler, so I need this too, you know, and I heard it. I want this too. I think like I said, we know the story, but to see what the actors did, Zac Efron, you know, and man,
the way they transform their bodies is wild. Like
the mother also,
crazy.
she don't get a lot of attention, and I'm so sorry I can't remember her name right now, but you know she was phenomenal as well. You learn their faith, family, and wrestler.
And wrestling, that's it. And like you said, the toxic masculinity was a very poignant, pivotal part of the entire movie. Like I feel
your article touched on a lot of that.
Thank you. And I feel like if they would have touched on it, this curse would have never been a curse. It would have been something they would have dealt with as a family. And they all would have seen what it was like going into the Hall of Fame together. Instead of Kevin and his sons, you know, accepting on behalf of.
Seeing all their plaques, man. Chris, like, even though they forgot him, not forget him, but they didn't put him. But Chris is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You know.
And I forgot about Chris until Seindole and P said something.
It's one of those things you'd be like, wait, wasn't there another brother? Maybe I'm tripping. You know,
I didn't even think of another brother. It was just.
We know.
Remember we talked about how heavy.
Yeah, I'm like, we
remember how heavy that would have been. Yeah.
So even leaving out the other brother, it's still a heavy thing. So whether you take it in or leave it out, the ending never changes. The ending never changes. It's still the same ending that you're already gonna see. Like you already know like what happens. You already know. So I really implore everybody to watch this movie.
Really good.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, like even if you've heard of Von Erichs, if you've never heard of Von Erichs, like watch this movie because it is something that's gonna have you talking. It's something that's gonna make you want to go down a rabbit hole, like Brian is doing, and I might just jump in this rabbit hole with him because I want to see these Von. I want to see Kerry versus Ric Flair. I really do. I really.
You ain't watched that match after Dark Side?
No, I did not. First of all, after Dark Side, it weighed on me. Remember, I kept saying in the group chat, like watching. If I see,
I get chills when I watch it to see how he honored his brother. I get chills now. Like before, it was just like watch it, but when you really like go down the rabbit hole, you see how much.
I love y'all.
You know.
I'm sorry.
Bye bye.
Good night, baby. Love you.
Good night.
Oh, so I'm excited for this because, like you guys were saying, like. For people that don't know the story about the Von Erichs, you guys know way more about the Von Erichs than I do. I know basically bare minimum outside Texas Tornado. That's really it. Other than like, I know the name, I don't know the story. So listen to you guys explain this. I'm pumped for this movie. You know, I know it's going to have a tragic end to it. But then again, you know, if you watch enough Dark Side of the Rings, there's a lot of tragedy when it comes to wrestling. Like, shout out to How to Wrestling because I was just listening to their podcast and one of the episodes they did, they actually went there and talked about He Who Shall Not Be Named because the way they do their podcast is like, I'm gonna explain this to my girlfriend or now fiance, like she's never watched wrestling before. And so they actually tell the story about. So it's like, yeah, they talk about Benoit and everything related Benoit, and it's like it's a tough conversation to have. But then for people that are just getting into wrestling, and it's like, who is this person that's like who shall not be named, and then you got to go about how do you explain the story. It's similar, it's different, but then it's also like with the Von Erichs, it's like there's a lot of like Hall of Fame historic shit with them, but there's also a lot of tragedy. How do you go about telling that story, especially when you're doing it in a feature film where you only got 2.5 hours to do it, and a lot of that shit's gonna get left on the cutting room floor. What goes in it, what goes out of it. Me, I'm a movie guy. I watch a lot of these movies. It's hard to do fucking biopics. It's really hard. Like you look at Ali. Ali has such a truncated career, but then it's like, how do I condense this into 2 hours where it's watchable and it's not like a documentary or it's not a docuseries?
2 hours.
Ali was like Ali was like 2.5, but it's
2.5.
We can only take like a certain amount of Ali's career and not tell the entire story. Similar with like The Fighter, where like they tell Mickey Ward's story but leave out all the stuff with Arturo Gatti because it's like there's only so much you can talk about, but some things are just gonna left on the cutting room floor. So, but this movie, I'm just like, all right, the way you guys explain is like, all right, I'm just gonna have to watch this by myself. Beware, there's gonna be some heavy shit, and like, yo.
Just have your tissues ready, because
and be prepared to be bewildered, because some of the things that happen in that movie, like P will tell you, I was sitting there on some of the scenes and I was like, what? Like it like things the things you hear in certain families went on in that family, but they're to a caliber that is just like they're so like, and I give the guy who played Vince Von Erich so much credit. Like Vince Von Erich was so laser beamed on living through his sons that he put his sons through so much, and like how fathers are competitive with their sons, like that shit happens in real life. Like there are brothers that literally have to compete for their father's affection. So
look at the Jacksons.
Like exactly, like think of it that way. There you go. Like that movie opened my eyes. Like holy hell! Like there are families that do this, that deal with this stuff.
And he was just so upfront and so real. Like you could tell that Kevin in real life and in the movie was the sensitive one. Like he was the most empathetic one of all. You can tell that he was the one that was like, hey, like we need to definitely come together emotionally and leave all this wrestling stuff aside for a minute, because at the end of the day, we need each other. And when he didn't get that and they saw the downfall of their family, that's when they named it The Curse. And it's just like, so I definitely implore everybody to see this movie. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. We're wrapping this up. This is the last Collision. We're closing the door on Collision 2023. How are you all feeling? Like, we love you all. Now how y'all feeling? Because we got to go. I'm tired, but I'm going to go support a Black-owned business. Shout out to HQ Lounge, where we had our 5th anniversary party. Don't worry, there's gonna be more stuff happening. So please make sure you stay tuned. Keep your eyes and ears to the streets.
Streets is talking.
To the streets. I don't think that we need to tell y'all where to follow us at, but just please make sure y'all follow us all on those Wrestling Girls platforms: Wrestling Realm, Reload.Relive. I'm sorry, Brady Warren came out. Sorry.
I know, right?
Crispa 120, Pablo the Donna everywhere. Please make sure you follow us. Please make sure you stay tuned. And we just want to say Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, Happy
everybody.
New Year.
And we love you all. And we'll see you on 2024.
Love you guys.
Peace.